Hello. It is. Hey, it's Friday. Awesome. Weekend. It's coming. Yes. Alright, how are we doing? What's up, Mike? Welcome back to the stream. You took no time at all getting here. How goes? You are here. So, today, we are finishing the Bladeguard. Over the Thursday break, we have gotten to here, or I have gotten to here. The shield is finished and on, and the backpack is also finished and not on yet, as I tend to put these on after I put both arms on, so putting the arm isn't messed up later. Speaking of arms, today we are doing his right arm with the sword. We are doing his head, and then the final touch-ups like the OSL and stuff like that. I do not see any reason why across roughly 6 hours of streaming I cannot do an arm, a head, and some airbrushing. So, we are finishing the Bladeguard today. This week, Bladeguard are done. And that means next week we begin the Primaris Chaplain on bike, which he gave me assembled, the absolute bastard. But I've mostly prepared him, and yeah, we'll be starring this monstrosity next week, which will be insane, because both I'm painting him built, and he's a very detailed model with a lot of stuff going on everywhere, and he's at tier 4. This is tier 3. Can you imagine what this guy will look like? Well, I can, but can you imagine what this guy will look like when he's done at an even higher detail level? Tier 4. Oh, yeah, so my commissions use a tiered detail system for how well detailed they are. Like how much work goes into them. So like a tier 1 is like tournament standard. You know, get your 3 paints on. It's usually meant to help people like grind out like a huge swath of like, you know, a ton of orcs or a ton of tyranids or something like real quick. Or just, you know, because they don't have the time to paint 130 models. Tier 2 is like battle ready, you know, like reasonable looking. Probably something like, do I have a tier 2 model around? Maybe over there? I don't know. Tier 2 is like, you're like standard. This is tier 3, where stuff gets real nice. It's probably a little bit higher than tier 3, really, but that's because of me deciding to do more. It's hard with these white ones, because the white's really weird. Maybe something like... Oh, here we go. This is a good example of a tier 3. It looks good. Could we make it look better? Sure. But it looks good. Looks good up close, looks good from a distance. That's like a standard tier 3 right there. Tier 4, so something like a Stormcast would be tier 1. Well, no, it's not about the model, it's about the paint job. Tier 4 is where I make something like a display piece. Like my tank. My big tank over there with the purple glow and all the green stuff and the OSL. That's more like a tier 4. It's probably closer to tier 4 and tier 3 at this point, but it was hard for me to not go nuts on it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the tier system is about like how much paint you want me to throw on it and how much time and energy and complicated techniques that take forever to do. Like that chaplain on bike is gonna take a while. I know what it's gonna look like, and it's gonna be mostly volume based painting, which is lots of blending, lots of very thin, transparent layers building up over time, and there's a lot of model to go through, so that's gonna be nuts. But yeah, alright, let's get started. I need to get some paints on stuff. Oh, by the way, your very generous donation Wednesday was turned out to be exactly the amount necessary to cover ordering a size 1 brush, and it is now on the way. So thank you kindly for that. That, I hope, will be in time to help me with that chaplain on bike, because boy would that help. Oh no, I'm learning painting techniques as well. Yeah, yeah, no, you're gonna have to learn some painting techniques, unfortunately. All right, where do I want to start on this guy? We can start with, I guess, the black to help the camera focus in on it and not get whited out so much. Yeah, may as well. So I'm gonna grab some Abaddon black. There's not much left in here. I'm trying to just finish off the pot, really, then move on to only using Army Painter. In reality, I thought it would be enough for tax and everything. Oh, no, it is. That's what I mean. Like, the final bill was $17.88, and you sent me 18, so literally perfect. Yeah, no, like, when I mean, like, you sent me exactly enough, you sent me, like, exactly enough. Well done. I will probably need more paint than this, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, I am excited. I'm also planning on... We're going to make some changes. I don't know what those changes are going to look like exactly, but what's going to happen is, over the weekend, as well as doing the green stuff rock tutorial I mentioned, which is how I make these rocks here. This is all green stuff. A tutorial on that, which, depending on what I have on cam, might be that rock or might be the one from the other one. Did you get a day for how long it may take to deliver? It probably said it, but I did not absorb it. Where are my emails? Over there. I gotta remember which email I had it sent to. As a freelance web dev, I have so many email addresses. Alright. That's transaction date, the order there. Estimated delivery the 29th. Alright, so it'll take a week and a half. It's actually about right for my... So probably available towards the end of the chapter. Well, who knows? Chapter might just take absolutely forever. But a week and a half. I have 4 emails and it feels like too many, so I can imagine you're about. Sub Zombie. I have... Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I also have a bunch of emails as like the admin email address for different websites. Admin@x, which goes to me as opposed to the client. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 email addresses. About 5 of them are actually used on a consistent basis, and I have access to another like 7. I have some clients' emails that I have just direct access to for like personal tech support capability. Because if you get to a certain point of being my client, you might end up just having me for your personal tech support, dude. That has happened over the years a few times. The trick is knowing which ones I reasonably need to check consistently. Which is actually only like maybe like 3 of them. Most of the rest I check once every like couple weeks. Or like once a week at like most common. I feel like this needs to be way lower while still getting our dude. It's like there. There, that's a lot more comfortable. Alright, so the changes I was mentioning. Over the weekend, in addition to doing the green stuff tutorial and taking pictures of this guy, because he will be done, I am going to be setting out using the new stuff from Stream Elements I have access to, which has been free so far. I want to see if I can remove Owned entirely from my setup, because I don't use the music anymore. I think I can have sound alerts for the alerts and the stream elements for alerts as well. Yeah, I'm already mostly using sound alerts for the alerts. That's also free. So the only thing I'm left from using by owned is the overlay. I need to start freelancing myself out web coding as well. Right. Which actually, speaking of which, as you start freelancing, if you get stuff where you need someone that's more design oriented, let me know, and I will jump in as a subcontractor, and I will keep you in mind as well for coding if you know PHP. Because that's what WordPress is based under. Or if something works with PHP. I know it's not the best coding language ever, but that's what I got. Anyway, so hopefully Monday the overlay will be different. We'll have a whole new look. I'm gonna aim for more or less the same functionality. I'm looking over here because this is where my OBS is. More or less the same functionality. It just it'll look different. You can also use song requests. I saw that, but I don't know how to. I gotta find how I can do that while also having copyright-free music. Because I'm trying to move over to fully copyright-free, so at least when people do watch my VODs, for some reason people watch my VODs on YouTube, I can start getting, eventually, start getting, ad revenue. Yeah, my mind just turned off right there. That was good. I also need to... I probably am gonna have to pick back up... What's it called? Epidemic Sound again, so I can have their professional license once more, so I don't have copyright claims on my tutorials. Because that's annoying, and those get a lot of views. Or at least have slowly built up a fair number of views. And would like to continue getting views on those. So that's also a thing. You have a mod go through songs and improving them. So... Venom's a great mod, but it's Venom when Venom is here. And also here and not being held up by his work. Additionally, finding out if a song has copyright infringement on it is kind of a hassle. It's something I might look into in the future, but it's not an immediate concern of mine, honestly. Not, you stream beats for YouTube? Not exactly. What? Which stream beats? I do not know the stream beats you speak of, but I'm very curious. Is it just me or is my paint drying on the brush faster than usual? Stream beats is DMCA free music? Oh, sweet. I'll have to look into that then. I'll add that to the list. I also need to figure out how to make list tracking as a chat-based chat bot. I've seen people do it. I want it. Well, they use it to compile quotes made by the streamer that are funny, but I want to make a few different versions of that, as well as quotes. I like funny quotes. Made by a YouTuber / streamer. He and his wife had a music channel on Vine. It was super popular and stuff. Oh, sweet. Made by people that know what they're... Maybe not know exactly what they're doing, but know what is needed. Is quite important. Usually they can figure out how to do it later. But knowing what is required is definitely a big deal.
I'm colorblind.
So Fiona, this is just your standard, everyday, run-of-the-mill Abaddon Black. What's up, Zophiana? How you doing? How are you on this fine Friday? This channel is a ton of streamer help stuff this day. Alright, so I will definitely look into that. I'll probably look into that between streams, honestly. Working in pain. That's a double whammy of nope. I don't like it. I recommend you stop. But no, what's going on? Why are you in pain? I'll DM you his channel link in Discord. Thank you. Well, you could also do something like gaming-specific music. Most of it is DMC free as well. Well, I mean, what I have now is like, I found a couple YouTube channels that have just a whole bunch of no copyright music, usually on like the fantasy or steampunk or sci-fi side. Like this right now that we're listening to. Which is definitely an upgrade from the Epidemic sound music I was listening to before, which got real old real fast. But yeah, no, I'll definitely look into the stream beats. That sounds like a good move forward. Stomach cramps. I feel like there's something in the tip of my tongue that might help with stomach cramps. Oh, I believe ginger can help with that? But yeah, sorry to hear your stomach cramps, though. I hope that remedies itself soon enough. Don't have any at the moment. If you can get some, which brand is it? Is it Canada Dry? Canada Dry Ginger Ale has a little bit of actual ginger in it, supposedly. So if you have access to like a soda machine or a, you know, can run out to somewhere that sells soda, that might be a solution. So yes, we might be starting next week with the chaplain on a bike and a whole new look. Hopefully, because that would save me money actually monthly. I pay owned $20 a month, and the only thing as of right now that I'm still using is the overlay. I don't think that's worth 20. I don't think this is a $20 a month overlay. It's nice. It's okay. I've learned how to utilize it, but I don't think it's worth that much. All right, let's we'll just knock out the black entirely. So let's get a not a whole. Yeah, right. Yeah, most everything else has gotten picked up by sound alerts or stream elements at this point. Own when I first started, Own did everything. Own had all my alerts, had my timers, had my chat bot, all of it. But I've since found free, better alternatives. I just got the link zombie. Thank you. So let's add you as a friend because I don't see why not. I don't know why we're not friends already. But anyway, if you want to spend $20 a month, I can make you an overlay. Yeah. Well, I mean, if I had the time, I could probably make myself an overlay. That's the thing. It's not that horribly complicated. Most of it's just I mean, I could probably make a bunch of GIFs. I'll try to remember the bot I found for Twitch. You might be able to use like. Well, I've got right now Stream Elements, which seems to be working pretty well.
Water. Water. Water.
You don't like Stream Elements?
Water.
What's the problem with Stream Elements? I just found them, so I know nothing. Thank you, Samurai, by the way. We are now hydrated. I love Stream. Okay, great. So we got someone that loves Stream Elements and someone that doesn't like Stream Elements. So let's hear the debate. Let's have a proper pro and con list. Hit me. I'm always looking for more data. Orcs have been primed. Excellent. The wash will soon commence. Whoa! Yeah, I just felt like doing it. I should eventually, when I get more settled, now that a bunch of my big contracts are done, I want to start getting some actual custom sound bites for stuff like the wah scream. I can get that. and someone with prime dorks. Huh? It's not awful, it's just beginner level. Okay. Well, I am beginner, to be fair. It's good as entry, but it doesn't have a lot of expansion. Alright. I can see that, actually. From what I saw how, like, okay, this is more than I have now, but this feels like it could be more still. So, carry on, keep going. Like, straight up, like, give me, like, everything you got. You will not overwhelm me with details. I love details. And I love business growth, tech capabilities. Like, that's how I ended up doing web dev for small businesses. I'm like, hey, here's all these ways you could make your business bigger and better. You just have to do X. Doesn't mean they always follow my advice, but I try. Usually I'm overwhelming them with stuff that they could do. Anyway. Says someone who likes stream elements and someone who don't try to be funny. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I missed the connection. Give me a second. I'll reading the what? It's in Bookmark somewhere. I don't know. This is true, but for someone who doesn't have creativity, myself, it's perfect. Okay, that's fair. I am blessed to have the combination of both creativity and technical acumen. Not massive, insane amounts of technical acumen, but definitely more than the average person. So, if there's something with more tools, I'm sure I'll be able to get some use out of it. Also, is this other capability, this other service that will eventually get recommended to me, is it free? Because Stream Elements is free. And I can make money off it. I already have made money off it, actually. I've made $18, which went straight into a new brush. Yep. Free and open source. Nice. I do like open source. Open source is an immediate plus for me. Oh, I also sent your Skull tutorial to someone who's starting commissions. Cool. Nice. Thank you for doing some networking for me. I appreciate that. Also, can everyone remember to like, comment, and share? You know? This isn't YouTube. Well, this will be on YouTube eventually, but, you know. But no, just felt like doing the YouTube thing right there. What am I looking for? I don't know why I'm digging through my brushes. I need Nuln Oil. I might look into this as well. Okay. Pop a zombie. Pop it into the Discord channel somewhere, like the channel itself. Because like Samurai's starting to stream, Potato streams, like, if we can all get something out of this, then let's do it. I gotta find it. I know you have to find it. I'm just saying when you do, pop it in the channel. I have to say it now, or I'll forget and not say it later, and then you're just messaging me with it. I'm like, oh, cool, and then I won't remember to share it either, and then it'll just be me using it. Listen, I'm infinitely patient, except when I'm not. So, so you're fine. You're good. Do you know what I didn't have the patience for the other day? My mother was trying out some new bread making recipes, but trying to do it gluten free because I'm gluten free. Should make a private channel for fellow streamers in Discord. That does remind me that actually I keep forgetting to do this, and this is a thing I intended to do. There's a voice channel in Discord called Streaming Voice that I intended to always be in when I'm streaming, and then other people that also are streamers that kind of went through my own passive vetting system, I would give them the streamer role, and then they could jump in there and crash the stream whenever they wanted. It was just an open offer. I still need to put that somewhere where it's consistently noticed. I made an announcement back for it when I first implemented it, but that was like months ago. Or no. Yeah, like 2 months. Also, it's getting so dry. I need like chapstick. Do I have any? I don't think I do. Oh wait, what's this? Haha! I don't know if this is still good. Oh, this is still good. Chapstick made by my ex. From like forever ago. Man, this stuff really lasts. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Don't mind me. Okay. Sorry, it's getting cool and dry. Winter's like coming in. My skin has been splitting apart. If you notice like just blood on my hand, don't be alarmed. Alright, let me catch us where I was. Okay, so now no streaming voice Discord, so I mentioned that. Alright, back to chat. Should make a private channel for fellow streamers. Right, that. Do we need a private one? Anytime I need something new, add creativity-wise, I have to hire someone out. I can see how that'd be annoying. Me, it's more like figuring out if I can usually do stuff like that myself. It's just, do I have the time to make the stuff myself? Like, I need some panel headers for below the chat. And I'm like, I could make those. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to wait until I have the time to make some. Because I could make some. Would not be a big deal. Found it. Sweet, and I don't see you in voice. I don't know if it's visible without it. Why, did you want to crash the stream? I mean, you do streams, I suppose we could do it. I have to remember how to give you roles. Where's the roles? Let's see. Yeah, because I know you stream. I am going to, in all honesty, Samurai, I'm going to give it a little bit of time for you to settle in on being a streamer before I give you a streamer role. Because you're just getting in on it. Let's see if you stick around a little bit. Get some experience in there. I was thinking about, where'd you want to post the link? I'm not gonna lie, I was barely listening. That's fine. We actually did not even determine where I was gonna put it. Also, the music ended. Hold on. Actually, let's jump to this one. Sure. All right. Where we gonna put? Let's put in channel suggestions. The very top channel. Top. Yeah, I would just keep saying it. The top channel. It's literally for stuff to suggest improvements for the Discord and Twitch/YouTube channels. That's the point of that channel. So, yeah, toss it in there. Perfect. I really dedicated into finding it, and I've been doing it for just over 2 years. Yeah, well, I did look at your channel briefly last night, I think, when I accidentally found out that you do stream, because it hadn't been mentioned before. It's actually funny. That's how I found out my cousin streamed. I just realized, wait a second, his current gamer tag sounds like a stream name. Let me just look it up, and it turns out he streams. Anyway, you put in 2? Cool. I will look into those after this stream, before next stream. First one is the bot. Cool deal. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. The black is done on here. What's next? Could do red on, there's a lot of different colors we could go with. Let's do the red. But anyway. Oh, cool. And I try not to broadcast too much to show respect to other streamers. I mean, that's fair. I end up talking about constantly with other streamers just because it's an art or model painter, so it comes up no matter what I do. It's like, oh, what have you been doing lately? It's like, well, I just finished streaming. Because, I mean, like, that's what I was doing. Or, like, I'm painting something for a commission. Like, all I do is work, so... Second one's an overlay thing, works on top of OBS. When I first started looking at it, it did 2D alerts. So, what do you mean by 2D alerts? Like it does alerts only in like JPEGs, or like you can't do. Yeah, I don't know what it means. 3D. It's 3D alerts. Okay, so so you could probably do anything and everything that I'm doing. Sure, great. Can't type. Fair enough. Also, I don't think it's a problem for streamers to talk to other streamers about the fact that they stream. Just in general. Like, that's what we call that networking. As someone who's been an entrepreneur for 8 years, yes, you want to talk to other business people about your business, and they will want to talk to you about it. Humans like sharing. It benefits everyone involved, always. I mean, that's how you got here. That's how 2 of you got here. Zombie got here because I was talking to Mini Ruckus about it. And Potato, I believe you got here because I was talking to Plushie. I gotta do more freelancing. It's hard right now. Depending on what it is you're doing, it's rough, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, you gotta, as an entrepreneur, you gotta get out, you gotta be loud and proud. Haha, I'm a gamer. Well, yeah, but you were in Plushie's stream, who's a miniature painter of one kind or another, or a general painter, so I end up there. Yeah, that's what I mean. Do art Plushie. Yeah. This physical labor stuff's getting old, various art stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do it, I'm just letting you know, it's hard. Right now, it's actually... Alright, you guys ready to get into some technical stuff here? The art... still kind of meh right now, but I have found, I think, it's looking good. A, investment thing that's starting to give returns and might actually set me up for like a good while. Through Forex trading, I found a bot that seems to work very well and has already started making me money. I just have to keep on top of it over basically this weekend. As of like, if I can get through to Monday, Tuesday, I'm gold. What's freelancing? Freelancing is basically being someone that offers like a service, but outside of, say, a larger company. Like, for example, a programmer that does not work for a company, but instead like contracts themselves out as an individual. That's a freelancer, and that's what freelancing is. I just have to take the time to build a proper portfolio, and then I can go full send. I'm just not putting in a bunch of effort. Yeah, if you already have a portfolio, that helps a lot. Portfolio, a bunch of contacts. That's what kind of screwed me up, is that I didn't have a lot. I had some contacts when I first started. It's mostly I had a couple really good contacts. That had no skill in my area of skill. So, like, you know, they're like, okay, I know you, I trust you, here's all my tech stuff, make it work. And I'm like, here we go. I know a lot of streamers are mini painters, so I tend to stay around that community. Right, you know what's funny? I used to be such a huge gamer. And ironically, by the time I actually end up on Twitch and getting somewhere on Twitch, I find it a little weird being in gamer streams now. You know what it is too? I don't think I care much for being in large streams. I mean, not my stream, but like in other people's streams. I kind of tend to avoid larger streams because I think the thing I care about with Twitch is interaction. I want to be able to talk to the streamer. I want to have a proper conversation. Like, when I met Plushie, that really went off because I came in on a super quiet stream where it was basically just me and her and a couple lurkers. So we just like chatted 1v1 like for, or one-on-one, not 1v1, but you know, one-on-one for like an hour and a half. I know. I use large streams as side screen entertainment. I honestly for screen entertainment, I go YouTube because it's just going to be better produced, better made. Sometimes the people are just better too. And I can pause and everything. Like I have full control over the rhythm and flow of it, which is good because usually if I'm in a situation where I have YouTube playing, I usually have other stuff going on my other screen. So you know, I don't like most bigger streams either. I like the personal entertainment. Yeah, you tend to get lost in the big streams, right? Exactly. Pause, rewind, fast forward. Yeah. You know, basic VCR controls. I appreciate. That's one of the things I appreciate about YouTube. Like it has crossed my mind. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle community engagement when I get large. Hey Venom. Speaking of freelancer stuff, one of those days I got shouted about website stuff. Yes, we shall website. Whatever you need, I can make it happen. Unless I can't. But yes. Hey Venom, you're late. Man, Venom, you just walked into the most friendly stream you have ever found. Do you realize that? What? I'm aware today. Didn't you hear? Here's the thing. Venom is always a winner because he's already advancing and painting like so much faster than me. So he has like permanent win status. Until he plateaus massively and then, you know, never recovers like like the guy that peaks in high school. You know, he was captain of the football team, went out with the hottest cheerleader, and then you catch up with him five years later, and he works for the post office. Like, if I'm statistically a loser, don't lie to you and inflate your ego. No. I have pictures to prove it. His painting is absurdly good for his actual time input. Post office ain't a bad gig. Okay, it's a bad gig for someone like me that has ambitions and entrepreneurial spirit and always wants to scale up and do bigger and better and something else. Like working at the post office is for me. I have become a actual zombie. Vino is an awesome winner. Well, I don't know about an awesome winner, but a winner. I mean, you can be a terrible winner, unbearable. I mean, he might be close to that, actually, considering how much he posts his pics. No, he's posted them once, for the record. Then I just picked it up and decided I wanted to make jokes about it for the next, 4 months. Constantly. Like, when I'm talking to other streamers, the second mods come up, I start just dunking on Venom because I'm like, no, it's fine. My one mod just, ticks me off. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm a painter streamer and he's a better painter than me, like almost immediately. Not better painter, just he's going to be a better painter in like 6 months. How long has he been painting? 6 months. Ah. Or he'll be painting 6 months when he hits 6 months. This is the decide if he's a winner or not. Shows your toes. Oh no, are we going into like the hand model conversation again? Like we already got Mike as a hand model. Are we gonna get Venom as a foot model too? This is how we. This is what I'm saying. People from plushy stream just turn us into full degeneracy every time. Watch as plushie comes in herself, then it's just gonna be full on Pornhub here. Yeah, see? Nah, I was degenerate before streaming was a thing. I mean, yeah, but I haven't seen Miniacs people spread it. just by their presence. That's the thing. Potato doesn't have, Mike doesn't have to show he's a degenerate. He just brings the energy with him. Yeah, I don't mind being loose. Well, Venom got raised today, so yes, he's very much a winner. Did he get a raise? Venom, did you get a raise? I don't remember giving Venom a raise, so I mean, I think he got a raise through something else. Which means I don't know about it. Scroll up. Oh, I got 10% raise today too. Oh, I completely missed that. Sorry. See, I'm already falling apart. Like, the community's gotten too big. Sorry, guys. We need some of you to go so I can keep up. I can keep up with chat. This is why he's not a good mod for you. You literally said 2 minutes ago. Yep, I'm already falling apart on community engagement. Bye! Yeah. Yep, this is going to turn into one of those very elitish streams where we only allow, Oh, here's how we fix it. I just turn on sub-only chat. I hate that, by the way. I understand why. It just... I don't know, something about that irks me. Maybe it's because the people that I've seen have sub-only chat, I don't think deserve that as part of their thing for, like, their entertainment value. Maybe based off my subjective things, or whatever. Please don't turn sub-only. I only use it for high-end events. Yeah, right, like... Yeah, I'd have to be very... Like, I could see when I could use it, but it'd have to be very... It'd have to be a thing. Like you said, like an event. Like, I was, if I was going to do a very specific stream for... Oh, jeez, I don't know what. Because, like, I put my tutorials for free on YouTube anyway. Like, I don't even know what it would be. Like, yeah, I'd have to be doing something very particular. And we wanted very... We knew there were going to be a lot of people, like a lot of people, but only one. We want some engagement, but not like a lot.
I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Because I'm not even holding the thing I'm painting, dude. Yeah, that's the other thing. Sub only right now is everyone but zombie. I did think of that actually when I said it. Right after I said that, I looked at my chat. I'm like, wait, that's literally everyone but zombie right now. So I guess we could turn on sub-only chat. I think that'd be fine, actually. do it. Okay. Hey. Son of a... It's hit my elbow. I'm really falling apart today. Literally. Okay, first off, thank you so much. Mike, you're far too kind. Especially the zombie. That's way too kind of zombie. Secondly, I didn't even know I had that alert set up, and why didn't it just do a normal sub alert? It's fascinating. Okay, anyway. Also, hey zombie, you're the first one with my actual sub icon, which doesn't look as good as I originally thought when I drew it. I'm gonna have to remake that. Also, you were both racing to get for sub. So this is what I mean. My. Okay, this is exactly why I should not make you a mod potato, because you're already doing what Venom does, which is consistently plot to mutiny against me. The second I give people swords, they start looking at the guy, looking at the king, and wanting to regicide him. Which, by the way, I completely respect. That's probably what you should do. Looks like a military insignia. It's supposed to be a table leg, but like I tried going for very simple. Giving's not getting phone. We're at he's the 11th sub. We got a whole conversation about this, Mike. Do we have to go over it again? Jeez. Too much work. Just pay me enough to kill anyone you want. We'll call it square. Is Zombie the channel mercenary or assassin? Yeah. How do I make a a quintessential table leg. What does that look like? I'm definitely the merc type. You know what's funny? More often than not, I am too. It's like you're playing Skyrim and they're like, hey, kill this person. I'm like, all right, how much you paying me? And they're like, well, you know, Skyrim's a bad example because money means absolutely nothing in that game.
Nice fucking model!
Rude, that's my... I'm just a meme guy. That's rude, it's my... Okay. The model is Bladeguard veteran, Zofia. I think you understand this, but... already. But fair enough. Also, Venom, can we revisit what we did differently this week? Because... this now... we have one more stream to prove the rule wrong, but this entire week has been outstanding streams with tons of you amazing people. And tons of money. Money means nothing since you can literally steal every... well, that too, but also I was thinking even if you want to do legitimately, just kill some dragons, get some dragon bones, and sell dragon bones. You can get so rich so fast off just selling dragon bones, and the dragons are everywhere and not hard to kill. At all. Even on legendary mode. It's just... meaningless. Meaningless, that game. Actually, I just finished recently watching... can you believe it? The entire 20 hours of the Patrician TV Skyrim breakdown. That game is... it's... I played that game way too much for it to turn out to be that bad. Your dragon bones are so heavy, though. Yeah, don't be a wuss. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. What was it? Also, I am making an absolute mess of this pauldron. I had something I wanted to say really badly, and I have completely forgot. I think the so heavy, though, thing threw me off. I don't know. It's bugging the crap out of me, but... yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know I'm entertaining, but I didn't expect this many people to join the stream and just see me. I know, right? You're gonna tell me how pretty I am. I don't think that was it, zombie. I don't think it was. Sorry. I was first in Venom and you weren't here. I joined the Bladeguard tabletop a bit. And he's got you there. Actually, I think most of the people were here before you got here. To be fair, though, I did start a half hour early. Like, Venom actually got here around right on time for when I would normally start. So. You can deny it, but I'm pretty sure you're lying. That's okay, though. I mean, I've been known to lie. Yeah, I started at 1:30 today because I was ready, like, way early, and I didn't see a reason to wait. I normally start at 2. So Venom coming in a half hour late is actually right on time. I came in for the entertainment, I stayed for bullying Venom Rat. Maybe we need to do that more. Maybe that's it, Venom. Did I start trolling you more this week, or did I always troll you? I don't remember. I thought I always trolled you, no? I'm here every day. The expectation of a presence is high. This is true. Okay. I will give you this, Venom. What was it, like 2 weeks you weren't here? I felt it. I legitimately felt the lack of your presence. I was like, where's Venom? I need him to hit my commands, and also, like, when there's no one else here, I'm usually talking to him, and then it's easier to get other people to join in. I'm trying to be here as well. You're doing a good job being here. I will totally admit. Alright, let's do the highlights on this. This is going slower than I expected, but that's fine. The community engagement's good. It's probably good I only have 2 pieces of this guy to do today. I also am not super tired today, which is kind of new. Oh, I did finally get the magnesium in, and I've been taking it all week, so I have definitely been consistently more and more awake during streaming. I'm not feeling like I'm dying. For reference, you normally get the majority of your magnesium, which is very important for mental computing, from your water. My water is put through a charcoal filter, so there is no magnesium in it. It is pure H2O. So I was taking magnesium daily for quite some time, and then I ran out, and Amazon decided to take like 3 weeks to get magnesium to me. So I was suffering. I have it again, and I've been taking it for a few days, so I'm really starting to perk back up. So that definitely helped. So that, and if chat continues to be this energetic, I could definitely see myself streaming a fair bit longer than I normally do. So I probably should get this done today. I'm gonna be really annoyed if I don't. Today feels like a good day. It does feel like a good day. It's a good day. It's a Friday. I mean, of course it's a good day. I'm always here. I'm just asleep 99% of the time. You're not wrong. I'm getting like no work done because I'm so distracted, so at least you know you're entertained. That's some high quality H2O. Well, yeah, it's pure H2O. Which also means, yeah, I have to, like, all my other minerals and stuff you'd normally get from water, I have to take supplements for. Which is fine. I probably am getting more than I was getting from the water anyway. But I have to take them. I did not make the bottom of that very opaque. Is that orangish color? Yes, this is Wild Rider Red, which is, like, it's not quite orange. It still has a decent bit of red in it, but this is the paint. And what's gonna happen is, when I'm done, my lips are just falling apart, man. When I'm done highlighting, I'm gonna put red ink as a top coat over all the red, which is going to bring the orange and the dark red closer together, which will make it actually look, you know, like red, like just a red object with proper highlighting. All the red you see on this guy, except for on the tilt plate, is that kind of system. Same 3 paints. Sometimes used in different ways, like the cloak is done a bit more with glaze blending, but it's the same colors. Inks are amazing. I super recommend to people painting, get some inks. Vallejo Gaming, this is a whole box set of inks. Get it? It is really good. It lasts forever. I got this set years ago. Because you really don't need hardly any to do amazing things with it. Rojo. I'm probably saying it wrong, but yes, it is red. I mean, a lot of, is this also Vallejo? Yeah, a lot of Vallejo also has, I want to say Spanish, titles on their stuff. I don't remember where their company is located, but that might have something to do with it. It's Rojo? Yeah. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I'm very open about that fact. And X with a horse, she named me Rojo, so. Was it a red horse? Was your ex the the Horseman of the Apocalypse? I think your ex was War. Rider of the Red Horse. Definitely not. She was too gentle of a person. I mean, maybe War's gentle outside of work. You don't know. It was a long-distance relationship. My fiancé lives in Brazil. Nah, bro, she had opportunities to stab me, never took him too soft. Yeah, my ex had so much empathy, it made her into a real fighter. Like, if she saw a cause she cared about, she'd be in that ring so quick. My fiance goes to a different school. You wanna know her? Yeah. Yep. Of course, my ex was a crazy French woman, so... Well, French genetically. And grew up in a rough area around here, so... Yeah, no, she was nuts. I was with her for on and off for 9 years. Still best friends. Just... We were life partners for a few years too long. That relationship definitely had a longer than average, but definitely an expiration date. Feel like anyone watch Dimension 20? I should watch more of Dimension 20, but I have not watched any of their stuff anytime recently. By the way, that also meant she would jump in the ring against me if she saw it appropriate, without hesitation. Which I respected, honestly. I would prefer a partner that would call me out on my crap. Brandon Lee Mulligan is a gem, but to talk about my fiancé goes to that school made me think of something. Oh, that, do you mean their actual, like, school-based kind of, arc story campaign? That's the word I'm looking for. Their school campaign. Yeah, I haven't watched next to any of it, but I love Brandon Lee Mulligan. That's why I say, like, I really should watch more of his games, because I love his DMing style. I love it so much. He's so good. Like, I first found him from watching their all-villain one they did with a bunch of the Critical Role people. That was so good. That was so good, man. I've watched that entire thing twice. Yes, yeah, yep. No, it's great. I wanted more of it. I was like, can we get like a whole campaign of like pseudo Lord of the Rings villains? But they're like, it was so funny how they had like a modern, like, almost like modern corporate interactions between corporate coworkers kind of vibe. Like it was like The Office. It was like The Office, but everyone's Lord of the Rings villains. It was amazing. Sweet, I may start it tonight. I just caught up to 9N, the other two DD podcast listener. I actually just caught up with Critical Role's current campaign, and also all my other like long form listening content. And I'm not in the mood to continue watching any of the shows I was watching whenever I'm painting off cam, so I might jump into some Dimension 20 pretty soon. Nope, that's not the paint I want. You've had the Office... Blah. Let me try that again. See a few episodes of Critical Role, need to watch more of it. Start from the beginning, Mike. Go way back to Campaign 1. Start at the beginning of that, because you're going to want to know all of it going forward. It's going to take you years, straight up, but start at the beginning. You gotta go way back to the beginning, because you're going to miss so much inside stuff if you try picking up with Campaign 2 or Campaign 3. Campaign 2, I think, is the best one thus far, but definitely go way back to the beginning. You've had the Office US version, UK version, now for the more version. Yes, exactly. Oh, they're connected? Okay, so here's how they work. They're all in the same world. Exandria, that Mike Mercer created from scratch. So they're all using the same continents, the same slight magic alterations. and stuff. And what has happened is that the campaigns, they mainly occur on a single continent, so they've jumped continents with each campaign. So campaign 1 primarily happens on, I forget the name of the continent. Blast. Someone can probably help me with this. Campaign 2 was mostly in Wildmount, the continent of Wildmount, and the third campaign on the continent of Markarth? Something like that. Oh, I love some of the time magic. Yeah, no, it's time magic. It's really cool. So what happens is, because of that, you have campaign 1, and you have campaign 2, which is like a decade or 2 later, something like that. Or actually, no, I think maybe about the same, maybe slightly just right after campaign 1. And campaign 3 happens several decades after that. And every now and again, you run into the occasional familiar face, or at least references to stuff that, like, both the players and the audience knows from the previous campaigns. Like, you hear names, you hear organizations, you hear about events. So it's all somewhat connected. I won't say more than that, because that'd be really big spoilers for, you know, way down the line for you. But yeah, so even on top of inside jokes on top of the inside jokes of, like, just the cast, you have inside references from campaign to campaign. So it's really worth it, Steph. You're gonna watch Critical Role seriously. Like, you're really gonna watch Critical Role for Critical Role as, like, the actual D&D campaigns. Go all the way to the beginning. All the way to their first one on Geek and Sundry, or wherever you end up having to find it. Just look up Critical Role Campaign 1, Episode 1, wherever that ends up, start there, go from there. Alright, I am going to, before I move on with painting, I'm going to hit an ad, not that matters for most of you, and I'm going to go run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, all this stuff is on YouTube. I was just talking about the channel that's on, but yeah. Also, I love how so many people in here love Critical Role. I never really had anyone to talk to about Critical Role. So, anyway, I'll be right back. I am back. Also, oh yeah, I forgot to switch to the BRB screen. I apologize. Yeah, I forgot to switch to that. Oh well, next time. Whoopsie! Anyway, where were we? Red ink. Yeah, that was... There goes my advertisement, but anyway. It's like, hey, look at all this other stuff I painted, and also my merch. Chair kept us entertained. Well, the... Sorry, I just got lost in thought for a second. No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. Chair stream? Yeah, it's a chair stream. The whole point of the BRB screen was to not have a chair stream, but okay, anyway, moving on. Alright, so here's your Critical Role watch order, okay? You watch Campaign 1 with Vox Machina. When you are finished with that, then you go on to Amazon and you watch the Legends of Vox Machina animated show. Which by the time you finish Vox Machina, that they should have Season 2 out, because I believe that's early next year. Like February, March-ish. Then you watch Campaign 2 with the Mighty Nine. When you finish that one, then you can watch Vox Machina versus the Mighty Nine, which is a amazing one-shot they did, like, way back when. Then you can watch Campaign 3, which, I can't even imagine where they would be by the time you caught up to that point, because you're talking about something like 1,000 hours of D&D at that point. Plus, we saw your legs. Oh no, you know I have legs now! Ironically, I'm not wearing interesting pants. I have really interesting pants, I'm just wearing black sweats. Sometimes I'm wearing, like, stuff that's basically rainbows, or it's covered in emotes. And ironically, the day you saw my legs, I wasn't wearing interesting pants. My first... Alright, let me finish with this first. Don't dive into that. Alright, my first D&D campaign with my current group, our DM put a sketchy chair in front of us and gave me superpowers, so we hunted superpowered chairs through the campaign. That's a thing. He might have gotten that idea from Critical Role, actually. Not going to spoil why I say that, but it's a thing with chairs. The people that know. Alright, so that's the red done. I enjoy wearing Jack Skellington PJ pants. There you go. It was a dwarven chair hooked up to all sorts of wires and stuff. Oh yeah, no, what I'm referring to is just a chair, which makes it all the more terrifying. Alright, what's next? We got three main non-white categories left. We have the forearm crest, which I'm going to make it gold. The hilt and pommel, which are going to be brass. And the sword blade, which is going to be steel. And I sang it, and I got warm, and I didn't stop singing it. So enough con saves later, and I got superpowers. Nice! What were the superpowers? I'm wondering somewhat for comparison purposes, because I've also had a campaign where my dude got a bunch of superpowers. I think Critical Role, Hello from the Magic Tavern, PAX, and the Adventure Zone are my D&D watch list listens for entertainment, though that will probably include Dimension 20 soon. Dimension 20 is very good. I need to start listening to them like pronto. I heard you want to work from bottom up. Yeah, so what I'm referring to in that regard is when doing layering a bunch of objects that are on top of each other. Say, for example, alright, so like I would paint the cloak first, then the belt, then the pouch, and actually no, the cloak, the belt buckle, the little icon thing there, then the pouch. and then this thing, and then the purity seals. That's what I mean from the bottom up. I ended up tagged as Celestial for effects like Locate Good and Evil. For such, I could cast Detect Magic at will, and if anything rolled a 1 on a save against me, or if I rolled a nat 20 on a spell attack, I got to roll on the Wand of Wonders table to see what's happening. That's cool. Interesting. Yeah, it's because it's easier to paint delicately without messing stuff up on a raised object as opposed to a lower object. So it greatly reduces. I keep noticing my camera keeps drifting. It reduces mess ups that I then have to clean up on something that's already painted, which is super annoying. I was a goblin, by the way, so we made a joke that became Godblin. That's funny. That's funny. I had a campaign. This is so complex. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to explain this properly. Okay. I had a campaign where, first off, I was a race that was... What was it called? Basically, I was part spider. I wasn't like a drider. I had like Doc Ock style spider legs coming from my back. Or I guess like the new Spider-Man movies, where he has the mechanical legs coming from his back from the suit. I had like that, but they were like just natural spider legs. That was just my race naturally. So I could walk on walls and stuff for free. Then we found as a party in the middle of nowhere in like Siberia, basically. We were like in the tundra. We found this clearing with this big tree in front of it, and around it these would look like holes, or like what were holes. Like something was buried there. I forget how we learned something was buried there, to be fair. It might have been a detect magic thing. This is also in a very what do you call it, homebrewed side system of 3.5. So prepare for some of these rolls to not immediately make sense. But anyway, stuff was buried around the tree, and we found it was a bunch of these super ornate weapons. I always play a version of D&D called Villains and Vigilantes, where it's more or less superpowered D&D. That sounds fun. And I know there are some superhero-based systems out there that are just straight up like Marvel or DC style like superhero play. I'm so glad we end up on D&D Confo, but man, is it distracting. Yeah. Well, I mean, Zombie, if you actually want to get work done, you know what you have to do. Not saying I encourage it or recommend it. Although maybe recommend it. I will recommend it for your own livelihood, but I don't know if I'll encourage it. I have to leave straight. Yeah, effectively. That's on you. I'm gonna let you be an adult and make your own decisions. But that would be where you're wrong. I mean, you could also just harness enough willpower to keep working while remaining in the stream. And just not talk as much. I know that's even harder. Could do that. I'm gonna just smoke copious amounts of marijuana. That also functions. Alright, so what was I saying? So we found these super ornate weapons buried around this tree in the middle of absolutely nowhere. This was Nowhereville. Then I won't have the ability to alt-tab. Yeah, there you go. But we'll be able to get work done. Someone let that dry. That's going to take a few coats before that becomes like smooth enough for me to like it. So we start finding these super ornate weapons, and we're inspecting them and handing them out. And I get these, I get this short sword because I'm like a roguish type dude. I forget what the class is called. These are homebrew classes and everything. But I get this short sword, and we find that there's like names inscribed on them. And me being impetuous, of course, I say the name. And then our wizard equivalent realizes, oh, these are dragon weapons. What does that mean, wizard equivalent? Oh, so you might have just summoned a dragon, and also dragons aren't like dragons like we think of dragons or standard D&D dragons. These are like Eastern-ish anime style, like extra-dimensional god-tier dragons, and you just summon like the worst one. And I'm like, no, I don't mean like wyverns. I mean these are like, these dragons are more like arcane force, as like more so than flying lizard. Like they have, how do I even describe this? Yeah, no, these like, these aren't, they tend to usually look vaguely flying lizard, but they are so much more than that. When I mean god tier, I mean like the top of them is like literally like deity. Oh, you don't need a partner language. I follow I watch my language just because I live with my parents, and since I pay them rent, I don't wish to rock that boat. So as soon as either I am out of here or they're out of here, which both are in the works, no, this will become an 18+ stream very quickly. I am quite foul when allowed to. So all of them like have this like intense aspect of them, kind of like, you know, almost like pantheon deities kind of deal. Like the one I did was like hunger and destruction, and it was black, not like black elemental like poison breath. I mean like they all have a specific. I don't know how to properly describe this. This was also so many years ago. Anyway, he was just known as hunger and death and destruction. That's all he was, and he was coming right at me. And just because I had his weapon did not mean necessarily that I controlled him yet. My guy, this tiny, skinny, half-spider assassin dude, had such titanium gonads that he did not give a crap. It's like, oh, well, either I could die, or I'm gonna go for it. And man, did I, between really lucky rolls and me being like, you will be mine! Like, I just went, like, whole hog into willfully dominating this dragon. That we actually merged. I don't remember if this happened at this point or soon after that, but at one point we merged. Flat out. I went to a 10-foot tall anti-Venom looking dude, like the reverse of Venom from Marvel Comics. The guy was white with like black accents and had the same kind of shape-shifting like nonsense. I still had the spider legs, but they were way bigger to match my new size. I was super fast. I mean, like, how fast was I able to run? I think at full all-out sprints, I think I was like over 1,000 feet a second, or more than that actually. Like, yeah, I had full shape-shifting capability at will. Full shape-shifting at will. And a bunch of my abilities were enhanced. I was way stronger. The speed was the big deal, because part of this homebrew was that it had slightly different rules on 3.5 for different things like combat mechanics. So here's a big one. Movement in combat. Like, you had to move, and if you wanted to move, you had to move, and then you did combat or your action or your abilities or whatever. And then that was it. You could not move, fight, move. That was a part of the rules. My class, the assassin class, however, could. It was one of our big advantages, because we could jump in and out of combat. Now I'm moving that fast and jumping in and out of combat. There were downsides, however. Fire, sound, light. When I say I was weak to them, I mean a small light, not a light spell, but like a light-based damage that was like kind of annoying for the rest of the party. Nearly one-shot me. Just nearly dropped me. Like, it was 96% of my health. Like, so hard. So my weaknesses were, wow. Keep that fire away from me. Yeah, I got up to some shenanigans with that. Then we end up going up against that top tier dragon I mentioned that's like straight up a god. Not against him, but we ran into him and then found out, guess what? The one I merged with was his son, and boy did he have daddy issues. So at one point I had to make a decision, and I was like, I tried dominating the guy to go, the dragon to continue with me, but we had to do what the father wanted. Because we just had to. It was just the thing to do at the time, because a sword that was the key to basically Cthulhu's realm, and someone needed to hold it, and I was the obvious choice, even though it was a great sword, because reasons. Partially, I was also the only one with the gonads to do it. We had such better combatants and magically powerful people in this party, but they're all cowards, man. They just wanted to live. Now I'm like, there are things we gotta do. You don't understand. It's such an insane game. So we ended up parting. Actually, we unmerged, and I returned to my original form. Guess what? Story didn't end there. I got a new form later. A new crazy form later. I fell into a ley line. By accident. I fell into the actual ley line. The ley line itself. And it was mostly in an Arctic area. So I turned into an ice zombie, half spider. Yeah, accident, right? Actually, no. I think I was saving one of the other party members. And then I slipped. So, yeah, I came out of it, like, technically undead and having ice powers. I suddenly turned into, like, Frozone. And then later I died. Actually, like, due to gravity knocking me out, and then one of my teammates exploding an enemy too close to me and finished me off. It was so dumb. I was so mad. I was mad, I was sad. I had been playing that character for like nearly 2 years. He had gone through so much and died in the stupidest way possible. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, my characters tend to be like me and just balls to the wall. I don't half measure stuff, if you couldn't tell. I'm not that type. My character's so strong I once melted a guy's insides on purpose. That's intense. Although technically you could kind of just... Wait, okay, how did you melt the guy's insides? Homie literally went full Doc Ock. Yeah, basically, I went full Doc Ock. I need a DM that will let me play my engineer, but requires me to be able to do engineering stuff. Most DMs don't want to give me that much leeway. You know... Okay, this is a big maybe for big future talk, okay? This might be way out there in the future, but I've been thinking more and more about throwing my hat in for DMing. I'm the type that if you can explain how X works, and it makes sense to me, I will most likely let you do it. With vibration, kiss of death is what I call it. That's pretty hardcore. Very recently, playing a Warforged, I cut a dude's face off and then wore it as a shock tactic. That was funny. Hello there, weaklings. Welcome, Former. You have stepped into the D&D zone. That seems to be what today's topic is all about. Yeah, this right here is an example of when that size 1 brush would be really helpful. I called y'all weaklings. Yeah, I called you a weakling too. The DM told me, hell nah, never again after I did it. Well, what'd you do? Oh, the vibration thing? Sorry, I was thinking of zombie. Couldn't be me. Can't call me a weakling? Why not? Zombie, you're a weakling and a fool. And you smell of... What was it, elderberries? I don't mind elderberries. I don't know why that was I don't know why that was an insult. Weakling only mentally. Well, clearly, because you're here when you should be working. Called him a drunk? Huh? Oh, I'm 100% a weakling, but I do go to the gym about 2 times a week. I am decidedly not a weakling. I may not have the greatest physical strength, but you can't outdo my will. Once I decide something, it's done. It's happening. I will find a way, and I will be super aggro about it. Yeah, father smelled of elderberries meant he was an alcoholic. Oh, mother was a hamster, and she breeds like a rodent. Gotcha. So dad's an alcoholic, and mom's a whore. Was the insult there? Gotcha. Not gonna lie, right now, the sword is a pretty cool penciled look going on. Kinda dig it. It's not gonna stay that way, but it's kinda cool. Looks almost Damascus. Almost, yeah. Okay, this brush is like ticking me off for this. It's just not, it's not doing the thing. Not doing the thing! I need a different brush. Not that brush. This brush? No, not that brush. Is this the brush I want? I think this is the brush I want. This character I played had Flame, Sonic, and Double Speed. So the perfect counter to my giant anti-venom dude. Effectively. I just hiccuped for some reason. Yeah, no, I did exactly the perfect counter. You weren't as fast as my character was, but fast enough that you could probably at least maintain being in range of stuff. I don't remember what a lot of my offensive abilities were from back then. I remember I threw a lot of knives, but I remember that was mostly just my way of keeping out of harm's reach, but I know I had, like, skills to do with my sword. Ah, son of a... Brass is not going on very well right now, and I'm not really sure why. It's just being very difficult. Also, I missed some of the steel around the hilt. I keep up fairly well. I know that my character could jump in and out of combat very easily. Well, yeah, probably because you're playing a system that allows you to do that. Like I said, in our system, you couldn't do that unless you had an ability to do so, which mine did, which was one of his biggest advantages. So I could literally run into... this happened a few times. We were fighting a large enemy that was boxed in by our, main melee fighters, and then I would run in, do damage, and run back out, and the guy couldn't reach me. It was pretty overpowered, actually, in the moment. I don't remember what happened with opportunity attacks. Too long ago, and the system was too changed. I think there might not even been opportunity attacks, because I don't remember worrying about it. I don't know. I know 3.5 was... Yeah, but these were highly modified, is what I'm saying. Like, it's very homebrew. It was very homebrewed. It just used that as, like, the skeleton, but it changed out all, like, the meat and everything. Apparently, it was mostly based on Fire Emblem. Yeah, like, the leveling was different, basic combat rules were made different, it completely homebrew classes and abilities and magic work differently. Like, it was a whole different thing. It just used, like, the very core fundamentals of the system were based on 3.5, but after that it looked a lot more like Fire Emblem, which I actually didn't really play Fire Emblem, so I just took it as what was given to me. So we find to see we're on this topic as I'm literally working on my homebrew campaign stuff right now. That's what this is distracting me from. Oh, I thought you were working. Yeah, you said work a couple times. I thought you were working. I got the music going again. Oh yeah, it's just Viking one. We're back in Bed Hungry Bed for 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll be here. Do you use an app to format like a module? I know there's one out there, but I haven't found it yet. Man, time is flying. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Jeez. Feels like 20 minutes. Right now I'm in the works of prepping it in Google Docs, and I'm going to use Homebrew or GM Binder to make it look legit. Cool. Wasn't there a bristle that was going nuts on here? I don't see it now. Alright, I think it... Nope, is that it? Yep, there it is. Where's my X-Acto knife? Aha! Done. It is done. I also need to check this thing over here. How's this doing? Oh, it's going back up a little bit, but not too much. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I still got about 1,000 points of margin to go. Yeah. Just checking my Forex trader. I gotta make sure this trade that went a little wonky, I'm just waiting for it to come back down. But if it goes up too much, I have to manually pull it before it causes actual damage. It should come back down and clear out over the weekend. Anyway. Sorry, super complicated Forex stuff. But yeah, it's homebrew, so I need to make my players a player's handbook. Yeah, that's usually a good step. Yeah, I don't think I'd go that far if just because... well, I have a lot of models to paint. And I have plans for a lot more models. Especially now that I am thinking I might actually be... Oh, there's a whole bristle that needs to get out of here. I think I might actually start getting legit money soon. This Forex trader bot I mentioned a few times, I've gone live and it is showing like better results than I was expecting, and I think I've optimized it even further. So yesterday was the first day of like the settings that I think I'm gonna stick with. I made $70 today on a $500 Forex trading account. All the bot just doing its thing. It's like insanely good. It's like 17% ish growth on that account. When I get done, I'll send it in if you want to use it for your campaign if/when you DM as well. Yeah, if I like it. Yeah, I'm super excited for Monday. Monday. But also Monday. It's when my bot gets back to work. It's been working so well with the new... It's not even new settings, it's actually going back to the original settings I tested, but just amped up a little bit. And I plan on how I might be able to amp it up even more. But yeah, I might... Give me a few months, I might not be poor anymore. Let's put it that way. Or at least, like, you know, a month and I'm not barely surviving. Hopefully same. I hope so too. I hope so for you as well. So in a couple months, I won't be poor and I won't be painting white scars anymore. Unless the guy pays me a whole lot more to do some more guys, which I'll probably be insisting on 1 unit at a time. And for way more money. Like, geez, like so much more money. I also need to get to writing. Writing novel stuff? Well, I mean, I do have a book that's been in and out of the works for, you know, nearly a decade. But no, well, so yeah, there's that. But no, more specifically, I can't go into a lot of details, but details I can give out is that I've been more or less asked to, well, not more or less, I was gonna say more or less picked up, but no, like asked to be the lead writer in a small indie production for a indie sci-fi show, effectively. And I'm like right at ground level in theory, so like if it made a lot of money, I would be getting a lot of money. But it's dependent on us being able to put together a trailer and putting on Kickstarter and funding it from there. So like it's a maybe of like maybe something amazing is our the production stuff we have access to is actually quite good. We can make it fairly well produced. The guy's got an insane setup. Probably the biggest thing it's riding on is me writing it. It's a work thing. Yeah, well, it came to me when I was wrapping up like 2 contracts and then in the middle of like 2 more. One of which is now I found out that I can push off like almost indefinitely, so it's fine. So it's mainly this thing. CGI. It's gonna be 3D. 3D animated. To some extent. Kind of working on that part, but that's more of the other guys concerned more than me. Yeah. Dude, we have like a full-on studio quality green screen setup, so so when we give, like, I've already talked to the guy, like, listen, when we do like actual like hand-to-hand like when we do combat stuff, I already have a bunch of props and stuff, and like we should actually get in front of that thing and like do some mocap, because I know how to animate mocap. It's actually not that hard. It just takes a lot of time. But it was something that, like, because it's a maybe it gets funded, and it'll take months of work before we hit that point. I told him straight up, it's like, listen, it's gonna take me a while before I even write anything worth making. And like, this is gonna be a back burner project for me while I ensure that I'm able to continue eating, because I have like no money right now. But besides that, I have like next to complete creative freedom with it. I have very few basic requirements to hit, and it's like sci-fi, and it needs to be somewhat centered around like young people, like young adult-ish kinda. And that's about it. I'm like, I can work with that. I got some ideas. So I got some basic plot ideas and stuff, but that's about as far as I can go into detail on it. See, it's a big maybe, but I need to wrap up the 2 contracts I did a week ago, and get a lot more progress on this, and figure out how I'm paying my next couple months worth of bills. So yeah. Well, I know Blender and Unreal Engine, so I can help you out if y'all go either of those routes with editing stuff. I had mentioned using something like game making software for it, so maybe that might be a thing. We're also like very much aware we're gonna have to pick up people. Like we're gonna have to build a crew. So I will keep you in mind. Another thing we're looking for is like character artists. I know a number of people are good at painting, at designing characters, but like not in the style I'm really looking for. Like drawing, well, yeah, like, you know, character concept art. That then we can move into like the 3D stuff. Like we want to make something that looks like that's actually like really good. We're aware of what looks good and what doesn't, and we realize that to make something that looks like actually good, we're going to need a good number of people. It's just a question of money, because, like I said, like Kickstarter. So our main strategy is I write the thing, and between the two of us, we figure out how to make an engaging trailer that'll captivate, like a teaser trailer that'll captivate people's attention enough to fund expanding it with more actual people. Let me know when you're ready to start that project, and I'll let you know time. I did 2D and 3D concept art, 3D modeling, animation, most anything on the Unreal Engine. That could be useful. That could be extremely useful. I'm literally building my own game in Unreal Engine. Well, that's big. Sounds great. Alright, I gotta put shader, I gotta put normally on this brass. Other than like voice acting, I'm doing everything myself. Yeah. That's also something we're gonna need down the road, is like actual voice talent. Which, you know, again, is probably something we'll cross after the Kickstarter. And I can help with writing if y'all need. Maybe. I grew up into a lot of film production stuff in middle school / high school. Yeah, I got roped into a lot of like, son of a. Take some of the brass right off. I need more brass. Yeah, I've been doing video production of some kind or another for about 8 years now. A fair bit of it professional, but also some creative. Not film, maybe, necessarily, but just media in general. My best friend's really into directing, and I have too much confidence, so I was a theater kid, and he told me how to do all the tech stuff. Alright, well, a bunch of that dries and settles and stuff, and then I can redo the shading in the pomo. I'm gonna start working on the gold on forearm, so I'm gonna be using some Army Warpainter Bright Gold. Because this thing is gonna be gold to gold. It's gonna be very clear that this guy is the sergeant. And this needs to be mixed way more, because that was just a bunch of medium. Yeah, I know for right this minute it's not a super big priority for me. I guess this paint's just very liquid. Just because like I said, like it's not going to be paying anything for months minimum. I don't have that kind of financial flexibility right this second, so I will eventually get around to writing some stuff for it when I have some time, maybe a little bit this weekend, just to ensure, just so the guy knows that I'm still interested. I've just been really busy. This is super liquidy, but alright. Makes sense, like I said, just let me know if you take the project and I'm game to help. I'll put in hours to help get a Kickstarter, I don't mind. Yes, I will keep you... I will add you to the list. Which you'll be on the start of, honestly. Well, actually, no, I might have one person in mind for character concept art, but I don't know if they're interested or not, but anyway. Yeah, I'll add you to that list. Also, I guess now I'm also waiting for that to take forever to dry, because, man, did this come out very wet. I think the brass is dry, though, so I can add a little bit more Nono oil to the bottom and start highlighting the top of it, which is just more of the Rune Lord brass that I was using as a base coat. Just now it's darker, it'll shine a bit while keeping that rich brass look. And back with ramen. Nice! I miss ramen. I've not had ramen in, well, at least 10 years. Gluten. Mike has a talking stick now, so somebody can get work done. Fair enough, man. I gotta have at least one person keeping me company. Oh, this is gonna become very boring very quickly. It's almost like I am actually boring. What? I am secretly boring. I'm actually just, you know, lying to you all. Exactly, someone has to keep you entertained. Now that part's true. I've mentioned this before, like I would not listen to this to music and paint really. I tend to listen to stuff with content when painting on my own, so this does get pretty boring without people to talk to. Can I talk about the kinds of games I play? Mike, what's the first rule of chat? Don't ask? No, it's no fear. Which translates to, when you extrapolate, don't ask. Yeah, just do. Yeah. Yeah, if you're doing something I don't like, I will tell you. Except my actually breadth of, like, tolerance is quite large. Venom, have you seen me tell anyone to actually shut up or change topic? I can easily follow through. Not once. Yeah, right. There was one person I considered banning, and that's because Venom wasn't here, and that's because he came in and put like an whatever that thing is where you put a bunch of these weird symbols in a chat thing that makes an image, and he came in and put a giant like dick in it. But I decided to try to like counter troll him on it. I don't think I did very well, but like I decided to go with that. That was the closest I've gotten to like actually moderating chat. What actually threw me off wasn't the dick. It was actually that his username was something to do with Jews. Yeah, that's what threw me off actually, because I was like, wait, do I have like a neo-Nazi in my chat? Like what? I couldn't quite get a good read on him, so yeah, that was the closest I've gotten to actually moderating chat. So yeah, you don't ask in if you can do stuff in chat, you just do it. Links are allowed. Weird and or serious topics are allowed. Like just you talk, you speak. The only thing that's not allowed is going out of your way to give someone else a bad time. Like legitimately a bad time. Which also means, like, if we're trolling and joking around and someone asks you to stop, you should stop. But we've not had that happen either, so, you know. Okay, I play a bunch of different indie games. Currently playing Hollow Knight, but I am very certain one of the main games I've played is Minecraft. Yes. Unless it's Venom Brad. You can ask Saul him for free. Yeah, right. it's not completely wrong. He's required to be here, so he can't get away, so, you know. Well, not for free, it's sub only. Don't worry, if you ask enough, I'm sure someone in chat will make you a sub. So you can do it. I've heard that's how it works. Which means everyone actually talking right now, yeah. I think we have a couple lurkers, but yeah. Everyone actually in chat. Which, by the way, if you're lurking and you actually can chat, you should chat. I'm fine with lurkers, of course. But I really like people in chat. Don't do it! It's a trap! But chatters help the stream. Well, no, if you get into chat, that's when you get hooked, and then you can't stop, and then you get nothing done, and then it starts affecting your life, and then your girlfriend breaks up with you, and you have to move back in with your parents because you lost your job, because you're just spending all your time talking to this dude painting miniatures on Twitch. They bring more VIP members. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Sorry, none of you are VIPs. You're just subs. We do have one VIP. We used to have more. I don't know what happened, but I checked the other day, and we only have one guy marked as VIP. I thought we had a few more. Anyway, so I step on my cubes. Oh boy, I thought that was only on your OnlyFans, Venom. I'm a violate with a wine bottle. Jeez. I thought Venom was already drunk. Don't want to get more drunk. Oof, no, that's an odd hole only. I mean, he could mean your mouth. If he's gonna quote Stewie, so can I. You know what? I think he's got you there. I think you've set yourself up, Venom. Congratulations, you've played yourself. Well, more subs brings more emotes. I believe that's how it works, yes. Although, sometime soon, followers will get emotes as well. Just, I'm waiting on Twitch. I originally was gonna have a bunch of follower and a bunch of sub-specific emotes. And then Twitch is like, no, you can only have sub-specific emotes right now. I'm like, yeah, originally, like, right now, only the flip a chair emote was gonna be subs. Everything else was gonna be follower as well, and then Twitch was like, nah, you have to wait until you get the instant thing, which requires you to be affiliated for at least 60 days. I'll be back in a bit. If I don't focus on this, I could get a rather nasty electrocuting and may never be back in. Yeah, don't do that. As a former electrician myself, don't do that. I do not recommend it. Or do. He's not your dad. I mean, he's not wrong. As far as we know. When's your birthday again? I don't know, we could change that. I'm pretty sure all I have to do is put in the chat rules that watch Fantasy High so I can quote it. I mean, I just said I will. I'm like 10 years older, hope not. You don't know if I have time travel abilities. Hey, Thunder! The hype lurk. Thunder's for the hype lurk. Thank you for lurking with the most hype. How old are you, I'm 37? Yeah, no, he's nearly a decade older than me. Man, I got all these old dudes hanging out in my chat, listening to me. Like, are we sure this isn't OnlyFans? I think I might have ended it up on OnlyFans by accident. Alright, I think the gold base coast, I don't know, it doesn't look quite opaque enough. I mean, okay, technically, Zombie, you guys are giving me money just for my attention. So you know, I think y'all might have become sugar daddies. Yeah, I think Venom has to leave the chat so he doesn't die. Yeah, that confirmed he's a sugar baby. To be fair, that's not outlandish for me, considering that my ex of that ex I keep mentioning always made more money than me, even when I was an electrician. So, yeah. Yeah, Mike, you are now a sugar daddy. That's what's happened now. Because remember, the rules of it doesn't require sex being involved. It's just for attention. And you guys definitely have my attention right now. I usually make more than my partners. Good for you. Congratulations. Here's the other thing. My ex was also 9 years older than me. So, I mean, that happened. See, when we met, I was 18 and she was 27. That's how your boy plays. We had Venom Rat's attention too, but he's a coward and a fool. Just ride the lightning, man. Just ride the lightning. What's your problem? Just a little bit of electricity. just a little zap, never hurt anyone. That's not true. That's not. Again, as a former electrician, that's all very much parody. Just a simple little con save. Yeah. When I go on BRB, I have to mute stream because I get distracted too easily. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I distracting? I'm trying to get a little bit of an outline around this. Man, when you hit that point of painting where you're not even focusing on the painting and you refocus and realize, oh, I've done a bunch of painting on this thing. Painting autopilot. It really like, yeah, it's really like talking, in which I can't. That's not true. You really just feel like driving sometimes, or like you just zone back in. You're like, wait a second, where am I? How long have I been driving? How many lights did I go through without thinking about it? Or not through, but like how many intersections did I go through? Feels like painting sometimes. Just I bare knuckled the frame on the breaker box my grandma's trying to fix something for her. That was Adrenaline Rush. Well, okay, the frame on a breaker box is fine. It's like the stuff inside it, it's the problem. No, it's because I have ADHD and I actually can't focus on two things at once. Fair? I want to go like, why not, man? It's just three things at once. Yeah, 2 20s would tickle. Yeah, just a little. Just a little. It's just a little smoke coming out of your body. Oh, no worries. From your internals boiling. Alright, I'm gonna put another coat on the sword blade. Because we almost have the sword blade done. We are getting close to just doing just the white being. Why can I not just say a sentence today? I'm just gonna blame one of you. I haven't decided which one of you yet, but I'm gonna blame one of you why I can't talk. Words are hard, dude. Yeah, English. English is difficult. I volunteer as tribute. It's Zombie's fault. Somehow, in some way, Zombie's the reason I can't speak today. English is very Englishy. Yes. By that, the English are very hard. All the time. I would know. I am mostly English, genetically. Because I'm a villain, just maybe not a super one. That's fair. I can respect that. I am your average everyday villain. I managed to miss more messages again. I did. I once grabbed a breaker with a wet hand. Oh boy. I was on my knees for a minute. Don't remember much after I grabbed it. Wow! You are a lucky dude. I don't know if you realize this. I'm not sure what exactly happened as to why you're not dead. You are a lucky dude. Because I know people that know other people that have done similar, and they are not here anymore. He nat 20 to constantly like a winner. Yeah, that's what a nat 20 on that looks like. That's no joke. Yeah, there's a reason electricians don't wear or should not wear jewelry, even like stuff like watches, because you can get hit by so much electricity, but in a way that doesn't kill you, like it goes through you, but will melt jewelry into your body. I mean, I know someone that watched another guy that was wearing a watch, like a standard mostly metal watch, that there was so much electricity going through him that it melted the watch and it fused with his arm. Like, wow. Like, he turned into Ferrus Manus. For the people that actually know 40k lore, if there's anyone in here that actually knows 40k lore, but he effectively became partially Ferrus Manus. Alright, I think this... Somehow, every time I look at a sword from a different angle, and it looks... You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's just gonna get some... It's gonna get some white highlights, and it's gonna get airbrushed and turn green anyway. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I have to call it on trying to get this sword perfect. You're not even gonna be able to see it that well. Yeah, the sword's fine. When you look at it like this and it looks all wonky like this, it's just gonna get some white painted up the sides in the middle and around a little power nodule there, and it's gonna get smacked with a bunch of green, so it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Also, I don't know what it is, but the last few days, I've had to pee like non-stop. I gotta do it again. I haven't even been drinking that much water today, because I don't have Samurai and Saurian and Former waterboarding me. Yes, BRB screen. Thank you. So you guys can check out the merch and then go buy some merch. Hey guys, if you don't know, I have a merch store. I recommend it. Polygon, I'm a hand of talking stuff real time. I mean, you say that, but also yes, the ads. The ads for the lurkers. That will return momentarily. Mike continuing to push hard for that mod status. I don't know, I think I might make him work a little bit harder for it. Also, you were born dead. Well, as someone that plays a cleric and a necromancer, I both welcome and shun the undead equally. So take that for what you will. What? Where are we at right now? I gotta do the gold highlights. And I think just white cleanup after that. Then the white armor. What am I doing? Gold highlights. Right. Wow. I feel both a bit more awake than I usually do and also, like, really out of it. What? Oh, you asked about what language I knew. I know HTML fairly well. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I thought you meant I think, blah. I thought you... I need to just slow down. I am just racing through everything. I thought you were referring to the message where you said you rolled a nat 20 on life because you were born dead. English today, good sir. No, English tomorrow, when I'm not streaming. I shall have good English tomorrow. When I'm not streaming and I'm not doing next to anything except working on stream backgrounds, watch. My English is going to be perfect tomorrow. Spanish today, then? I think it's closer to Pig Latin right now. So, yes.
I'm colorblind.
This is Army Painter Bright Gold. You know what's something I need to do soon? I need to get some images or some GIFs for those alerts. The channel points things. So many things to do. So little time. But I'm slowly getting more time. So it's good. There we go. I think that's done. Nice. A custom potato song for my followers. Oh man. Well, here's the hard bit of it. I can't afford to outsource anything right now myself. So it really does come down to when I have the time to make the art myself, which was the original point of the Tuesdays streams. That was supposed to be digital art Tuesdays to make assets for the stream, and then I immediately went off track with like the third stream and started making a whole bunch of other stuff. Some of it I intended on using for merch, and then other stuff was just because the people demanded that I draw my D&D character art on stream, and then after that it was I am temporarily making the digital streams miniature paintings so I can finish up this commission so we can do anything else. Oh, I missed the craziness of those streams. Yes, yeah, you came in right after I came off doing the digital art on Tuesdays for the time being. We will return to that eventually. Cleaning up the white cleanup is where we're at. Sadness. Well, I mean, the VODs exist on YouTube. Good luck finding them, because all my stuff's out of order. Venom's alive! Yay! That wasn't sarcastic. Excitement. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, just because Twitch's uploading thing sucks. A bunch of my videos are, or like all my videos are super out of order because they end up getting uploaded in batches and then upload out of order. And it would take so much time to both correct and or to, as of currently, fix that going forward right now. I'm working on some different options, but it's also like the YouTube is such a secondary priority for me. Some idiot left a switch open on the other end of the transformer and it made a high arc. So I'm glad I focused down and caught it earlier, or I seriously might not have come back for real. Oof. Yeah, let's not do that. I mean, I can tell you right now, if he wasn't okay, he'd be dead. Straight up. He's probably annoyed he had to buckle down that much to ensure that there wasn't a problem because someone else is an idiot. Flat out. Yeah, now I have to fill out instant paperwork for some other jackhole. Yeah. Ugh. See, this is one of the reasons why I didn't continue to be an electrician. Also, I hated to work with a passion, and where I was working, I wasn't getting paid nearly enough. So, like, I was doing, like really dangerous work that was not great for my body, because I am a small dude. I'm a very small dude. And I wasn't getting paid enough, and it's just like, this is the worst. So then I found out that even if I, like, even if I upped my stuff and everything, and went, you know, got to the same stats as all the other dudes, just because it was such a small company, I wouldn't have actually made more money. You're bigger than me? I am 5'5" and 130 pounds. I would be concerned if I am bigger than you. I'm 5'10", 130. Yeah, no, we're the same weight. You're just taller than me. So you're actually bigger. What was I gonna say? I'm also in the process of losing more weight because I should actually weigh less than this still. Not sure how much exactly I'm gonna hit, but yeah. I've actually been slowing down lately because of, like, how much wrapping up all those other contracts was. Like, and the magnesium thing, it's just so exhausted me I couldn't keep up with working out, but I intend on restarting that quite soon. Yeah, I should weigh more than that. Oh yeah, you should definitely weigh more than you do. Do you have an issue with gaining weight, even when you're eating healthy? Because that was a problem I had as a kid, and that was fixed when I went gluten-free. High metabolism? Have you also considered gluten? Just saying, because I have a high metabolism too. But if you have a gluten sensitivity, it will actually keep your body from absorbing nutrients, so you won't be able to gain weight. My fiance is a nutritionist, and she said a diet plan. Okay. I'm just saying, dude, consider it. When I was 18, I weighed 94 pounds, and I was clearly underweight. I learned about how are y'all so small. Well, me, I come from a family of, like, effectively dwarves. I mean, there's a lot of Hobbit jokes. I am one of the tallest in my family. Yeah. Out of the ones of us that are blood related, I am one of the tallest in my family at 5'5". Oh, that would still be 115. Yeah, that sounds to me like when I was, like, before I switched to gluten-free. And then I gained, like, 15 pounds in, like, 2 months. And looked human again. Like, you couldn't see every rib. I gotta get working out again. Maybe I just need to not do it in the morning. Like, first thing when I wake up. It's so hard. Half of my mother's size dwarves, the other half is giants, then my dad's size just giants. Yeah, there are some definite dwarves on my mother's side. Like, I have an aunt that's under 5 feet. Actually, I think she might be like 4.5 feet. I got as stream points reward for workout stuff. I has no dwarf on it, a dwarf in my family. Oh, like you guys, oh man, you guys would kill me. You would, if we did like so many channel points for let's say like a set of crunches or like a push-up or something like that, like someone would just save a bunch of points and spam it until I die. Just put like a wheel and spin a wheel, and someone claims reward spin a wheel. You can set them to claimable once an hour. Okay, that is fair. I could put limitations on it, so like multiple people can't do one at a time. It's not the waterboarding joke, because like that's one thing. Like, you know, it's just water, but that's what I mean. Venom knows. If I do not set the limitations appropriately, Former will try to kill me with it. One claim per hour. Okay. I kind of like that. I'm a workshop that a bit. I kind of like that. I think legitimately that would probably get me in a bunch of don't drink your pain water. Mike, were you not paying attention to the merch slideshow? Warning, this is a coffee mug, not a brush rinse cup. This is one of my mugs. This is specifically so you did not end up accidentally drinking your paint water. Also, it'd be quite hard to drink my paint water because, like, this is what my paint water's in. Like, it's not even remotely close. Just make it a couple thousand. Well, I want it to be somewhat, maybe like 1,000. You? Well, yeah, it's got a bunch of red paint from painting the dude's pauldron. Once an hour, 1,000 points. And it's a wheel. Yeah, it's a wheel, and I'll set a bunch of... The hard part is you guys seeing me do it, because pretty much everything that I do for workouts is like on the floor behind me. Wheel of workout. Oh, you will want to be more bored. But it can only be claimed once an hour, so I'm only going to be doing 3 sets, maybe 4, in a stream. 2 streams a day. Like, that's actually my daily work. That's what my daily workout was. Just I would do them all at once. Maybe like a couple sets or something. Yeah, I also... Well, I have more cameras. Don't I? Don't I have another camera somewhere? Yes, I do have another camera. I don't know why I'm pointing over there. It's not over there. It's in there. I have another camera. Do I have another arm I could set up on? That arm's for when I'm shooting foes and stuff. Oh, I could set up on a... That other tripod... Is that... Do I have another tripod? Sorry, I have so much like camera equipment, actually. I have a lot of camera equipment stuff. Like and like arms and stuff. It's nuts. If you guys actually saw my setup, it's like insane. Why is the other camera pointing at your bed? Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta go way back. Okay. Finally something to spend my 26k on. Yeah. Grab a couple sets of dumbbells or something, or that too. Why is the other camera pointing at your bed? You guys can't see my bed. Or the old camera was set at my bed when it was my webcam on my laptop. Do I have a fiver? I do have a fiver. I've not done like anything with it, but I do technically have a fiver. That's gonna be for his OnlyFans camera? Yeah. So my workouts, the workouts I've been doing have been primarily core based. Core and like legs, because that's where most of my actual like meat is, and I don't want to end up jacked. I want my gut gone entirely. Thanks, Tara, for bringing the joke home. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's all like floor-based, equipment-less stuff. But no, I do have another camera that I think I could have set up that I could switch to another source on, and then you guys can see that. Yeah. No, I like this. I think I'm going to make this happen. I think it's going to be on my list for the weekend. I don't know if I'll get to it this weekend, but I'm going to add this. Venom, add it to the list. Actually, we could just be using the Discord channel suggestions page for the list that I keep joking about. I do want to set up an actual list within the chat bot, but I just realized we could use the Discord for the list too. For the time being. Yeah, maybe we'll make it 2K. 2K. Maybe once every half hour someone can claim it, and then it makes me do like, I don't know, like 2 sets of something. Like a set of this and a set of that, and I gotta figure out a wheel thing. Yeah, I can get that. I'm sure I can find somewhere with that. Skull tap counter. List tracker for tracking a list. Workout for points. Yes, that's the list so far. Skull tap is whenever I hit this camera with my head. This is my phone, by the way, on a arm. Yeah, actually, if you give me a minute, I will show you my whole setup that I've got going on. After I get some of this white paint down, and then I can dry. Because it needs to fully dry before I can keep going. What other kind of camera do you use? Alright, yeah, so we'll go through it piece by piece. Get back.
I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Ah. Alright, so I'm pulling you guys off there. Hold on, it's gonna be quite the ride. Especially because, hold on, I get the wire over there. Alright, hold on. Okay, let me zoom out. Okay. So, here's what you guys are familiar with. This is you guys. So I'm talking to you there. This is my face cam. That's a Canon EOS 2000, I want to say? Something like that? I have to say on it. I don't know, it's a nice camera though. That's my laptop, a Razer 15 where I have OBS. And that was my old face cam, the webcam there. And then We have a whole bunch of my minis and the other dude's minis, and more of my minis over there, and more of my minis over there. And pallet cam is that webcam there on an arm coming from the rafters. Same with the face cam. Oh no, face cam's on that shelf way up there. So what I'm thinking is what I'd do is I'd probably set up using either that tripod over there, because I have this music sheet thing as like a side table that can pull up to me. I normally use that tripod with that phone mount and that arm where I would take my ring light there, put over there, take my pictures and minis. Instead, use that tripod like over like here with another camera I have in a bag somewhere. Have it aimed at the floor, and I would switch to a source for that, and that's where I would do my workout, where I normally would do it, actually. So, also there's a whole bunch in my room and stuff. No, I don't make my bed hardly ever. Anyway, so that's, what in the... Oh, what am I stepping on? Alright, let's get you back in your little nook here. Yeah, if half of you haven't thrown up by now, I didn't do my job, right? I'll talk to one of my buddies over the weekend and have him give me some ideas for easy stream workout things you can do as simple sets. I have videos that I would use for workouts already, and I can just pull from workouts from there, that stuff I've already been doing, and just make them into sets instead of... Those videos would do them by time. Like, they'd be like 30 seconds of doing X. I mean, I could just use a timer somewhere and do it like that. Yeah. No, I can, that was fun. Yeah. Good. That was the idea. And now you know what my set looks like and what I'm working with. What was I saying? Yeah, you know, I've got the workouts and I can make them into sets or keep to what I've been doing. That part's fine. It's just the making sure you guys are involved. So you are a table? I mean, that's kind of the joke. I also have, well, they're not tables, but I have 4 desks that I use, so I'm surrounded by tables, if you will. What, is there a way I have to still clean up on this thing? Tiny bit right there? Okay. Oh, and I gotta put weight on the sword. Also, ironically, we're talking about working out, and I am suddenly super hungry. What time is it? 4:10? Okay. So dinner isn't, well, technically lunch for me, but that's the next meal is in about 2 hours. Who's making dinner tonight? He's got the munchie. No, I always get hungry at about this time. Or, like, excessively hungry at about this time. My schedule usually looks like is I'll wake up anytime between 8 and 10. Make breakfast, so usually by 11 I've eaten, and then I'll have the next meal. The music ended, I am aware. The next meal around 6, because that's when my family, yeah, my parents and my sisters have dinner that is cooked by somebody. And then I eat my dinner around 11 p.m. because I usually go to bed around 2. Yeah, go join in Discord. That way you definitely know when I go live. You won't miss the going live if you're in the Discord. Because actually I write the title for the streams and everything. Oh, thanks for the message, Mike Toon. Sure, I remember. Camera setup for the workout, yeah. I gotta figure out wheel and workout and set the points, and I gotta look at those bots, and I gotta look at a new overlay, and I got a lot of stuff to do this weekend. That green stuff tutorial might be put on the back burner. I suddenly have a bunch of background admin stuff to work on. And I gotta take pictures of this guy, and I gotta prep the chaplain for, actually, no, I can't prep the chaplain more unless I do the green stuff. Wait, no, I do have to do the green stuff. Sorry. I'll explain that in a second. Hold on. I get this paint off my brush first. Yeah, if I get stuck on something. It's usually less I need help with implementation as much as me just making decisions about things. That's like I do think out what I'm doing quite a bit. Like I spent a solid maybe 3 hours choosing this overlay, for example, from a list of like 40 or 50 something overlays. I think things through quite a bit before making a decision. That's usually where the time gets eaten up. That's partially why I'm so aggressive when I decide on a path forward, or I'm so willful, if you will, is because I have thought it out. It's not just because I decided. Like, it's not just because, you know, that just because. Nah, there's a lot of reasoning that goes into stuff. To be honest, I kind of want to find something that goes a little bit better with my branding. Although, like, I constantly feel like I'm ending up a little stuck on this tabletop thing. I'm not really sure how I want to go about it, but I definitely feel like it needs to be consistent branding, but at the same time, like, I don't know if like the basic wood thing is really working for me. So yeah, then it comes down to I just need to figure out like my branding philosophy more. So like it's not like this is simple if you want to do it right.
I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Oh, was it on-frame? Alright. What is your branding? Well, it's basically a tabletop with a whole bunch of stuff based on tables. Because I thought that was funny one day. Like, and I couldn't think of anything else to center the brand around. I tried for a good while to think of what the brand was centered around, and like, besides just the idea of like tabletop gaming in general, you know, like it's a good name, but I can't figure out what the imagery for basically tabletop, like what that should be, you know? Okay, well my brain was accidental branding. Did someone say that your camera looked like a potato? Was that the branding? Dude, the song sound, jeez. Alright. This song reminds me so much of Oblivion, The Elder Scrolls 4. Okay, I don't need that much white in the middle. Trying to see it. There we go. Alright. No, but start before I start streaming actually as a dare in Minecraft. Ah. You know what? Here's the other thing. Most people jump to calling me basically, as opposed to table. I have no idea how to, like, put that into an image. Like, what does that mean? That's kind of why, like my old branding was the two enlarged T's that made it look like two tables. As far as the tabletop, and then basically was written over it. That was my old branding. Then I drew that Space Marine thing just on a whim. And I was like, that's amazing. That's the new branding. And then after that, basic is battery? I don't understand. Alright. The sword is done. The white's clean. Start shading the white. Alkaline means basic, also means battery. You think the average person's gonna connect those dots? I thought you may have been meaning that, but I wasn't sure. Basic is battery. Dude, I used to be an electrician. I wasn't completely sure that's where you were going. I need, we only want high quality brains in chat. Yeah. If you don't have Galaxy Brain, we don't want you. Not sure most people remember high school chemistry. Actually, what's funny is I didn't even take high school chemistry, but that's besides the point. They gotta be able to get it. Yeah, right. Like, it needs to be basic. Basic to also be water. I do make a lot of moist jokes. I haven't lately, but I used to make a lot of moist jokes. I remember more of high school chemistry than I should. Okay, well, I mean, good for you, I guess. Good for you, man. Cool story, bro. Alright, if we look at it, like, from tabletop perspective, like, from the tabletop side of things, what does basic mean? Can I refund a gifted sub? No. Because I decided it right now. There will be no refunds. Ever. For anything. Someone somewhere was dumb enough to give me money, so that's how it is now. Also, I don't know what's going on with the molding on the back of the shoulder pad. It's so weird. Fortunately, it's at like the bottom. I mean, I should probably make more of that red, but I mean... Alright, let's try this. I say basically tabletop. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Tabletop roleplay games and war games. Right? Okay. Does tabletop refer to just that? Tabletops? Or does it refer to something more like TTRP, just made basic tables, like anything board game? So originally it was meant to refer to like wargaming and like D&D and stuff. Because it was meant to be just painting miniatures. Now I've started branching a little bit more out of that, but not too much, I don't think. Like, I mean, video games and digital art is not too much of a stretch, I think. Like, this is still definitely the core of it. So, alright, so what about tabletop RPGs and wargaming comes to mind when the term basically tabletop is said? Like, do you see dice? Do you see paintbrushes? What do you see? Do you know how broad wargaming you can just expand that genre as a whole? I mean, yes, but in the other ways that I would expand, I need other people. Like gameplay, for example. I don't have other people right now. Or at least not other people in a format that I think could work. Like, remember, as of right now, technically, I am a one-man operation. As far as, like, the actual, like, work is concerned. So it has to be stuff that's within my power to create as content by myself. Like, I think Venom has heard this story once or twice. I don't mention it a lot, but this is not my first brand on YouTube or on Twitch or even within the Warhammer gaming space. The last one I did, which was in Warhammer, was I tried to put together, this is based off someone else's idea, go figure, and I didn't even do anything with it, put together a content stream of a Rogue Trader game. And we did eventually make it, and we got off like 3 episodes, and then it fell apart due to the other people. For like the 4th time. And eventually I just gave up. This is like, we were doing test games and then losing people. We got someone, did a test game, lost someone, lost the DM, had to get a new DM. We got a DM, got enough people, do like 2 episodes, and then like the DM disappeared again or something. I don't remember exactly how it went down. But like, it was a mess. So like, yeah. When I think TTRPG, my thought automatically go to crit roll. So like, you mean like a nat 20? Nat 20, however, that leads specifically into D&D. Warhammer, for example, doesn't use... It goes nat 20 and nat 1. Right, but a D20 die is specifically D&D and like Pathfinder. Warhammer only uses D6s. And Warhammer is the crux of like the brand right now. I mean, the only thing I've actually done do a dice set. I mean, yeah, alright. Can make the dice look very basic. Okay, alright, that I think is going somewhere. Use multiple d6s to make something in it. So should make something more like a die with increasing amounts. Yeah, that would probably work better. Honestly. Actually. Yeah, no, I'm getting ideas. Man, this is giving me so much work to do over. I mean, a lot of stuff is not going to be done this weekend, just flat out at this point. So, It's like we're talking about a whole rebranding. Like that's not a quick, simple thing to do. Gotta make a bunch of new assets and stuff. But no, actually, the dice, like just dice, I'm kind of liking. No, don't be. You don't apologize. No. No, we just gotta add it to the list. Dice. Alright. Somehow incorporating dice and I think paintbrushes. Or even paint pots. No, not paint pots. I want to get out of using paint pots. Scratch the paint. Paintbrushes. Paintbrushes and dice. No, not the paint pots. Pots are bad. I actually don't like pots. I have a bunch of pots because it's easy to get into Citadel paint when you first start, when you're not actually an artist. So I ended up with a bunch of paint pots. I actually vastly prefer the bottles. Just why most third-party wargaming painting brands use bottles, because they are just simply superior. Like, actually, when I went on to buy that other brush, because that's the same company that makes Pro Acrylic, which is the brand that everyone tells me is the paint I should be using, I looked at the pricing on their stuff, and I was starting to consider, like, okay, if I'm actually going to start making, like, good money soon, you know, what should I be looking at for Pro Acrylic? And they're bottles. At least I'm pretty sure. They're not bottles look like these, but they're like, bottles. So, like, yeah. So, brush and dice. I keep envisioning something like somehow like a seesaw type thing. Like you have dice and the paintbrush is like balanced on it with other dice like on the ends. Something like that. Maybe we can make a T out of that. Oh, could make a stack the T where the base of it is a bunch of stacked D6s, and then a paintbrush across the top, and it's like the other D&D dice along the top of it. By the way, if you want any help setting up some of the branding stuff, let me know. I mean, I can make the assets and I know where to put them and everywhere else. That's fine. Thank you for this is the like it's more just making the art. That's the part that is time intensive. What's up, Former? Well, I'm thinking just doing all the D&D dice, which actually would make a cool shirt too. So here's the thing: having a brand I could turn into merch is also good. So I'm like kind of killing two birds with one stone in that. Balance on the paintbrush. Right. It's also like kind of metaphorical. So like the crux of my brand, the base, the pillar, is Warhammer, which is D6s. So I have the base, the base is D6s, and then a paintbrush, right? Which then branches out to then hold up the other dice, the D&D and whatever else. Maybe gaming controller as well? You know what? Oh. Here's what we do. One side of the paintbrush, on top of the paintbrush, is stacked the dice. All of them. I mean, it's still the T. It's still the T, where it's the D6s on the bottom, and then all the other dice, all the other D&D dice. They're on one side of the brush. On the other side of the brush, tied onto it by a wrap of the cord, is a dangling gaming controller. Rebranding. I know, again, I just changed the image to that Raven Guard thing, but like we were talking about, I'm going to be changing out my overlay soon, and as part of that, I want to find something that fits like my brand, but then at the same time, I'm also not completely sure what my branding is. So we were trying to figure out, all right, basically tabletop. What does that actually mean? We came down to like dice, and then I'm making sure we have a paintbrush, so it shares paint, and that's kind of where we are at now. And this is not a complex image. I could probably draw a decent version of this within an hour. So, like, this is doable. I could do this. Now, I was thinking about making loaded dice. That sounds like something you'd do for me. Now, overlay. What is that? What's an overlay for that look like? I mean, I suppose I need to look at the overlays available to me through the different methods, but I mean, yeah. To hand to noobs playing Warhammer to get them excited, don't do that. Don't do that. We had such a big drama like a couple years ago about a guy on one of the top tables cheating. It was such a big deal. Let's not reintroduce that. And then giving them normal dice when they fall into Warhammer. Yeah, nah, don't do that. Because here's the other thing. That won't work. Because anyone experienced at Warhammer and takes the game remotely seriously, knows the odds, knows how to calculate dice odds, and will quickly notice, man, that is way too lucky. And never stop using the lucky dice, yeah. Like, there's literally an SCP about this. There's literally an SCP that is a Sapient Warhammer Space Marine model that would change the dice results. Like make the dice. It's for home game just with me to get them in the game. Yeah, nah. Honestly, you should get them used to losing as soon as possible. Because unless they play like Harlequins, odds are they're going to spend most of their time playing 40k as an underpowered army. Who said they'll win? Oh boy. I can't condone this. I mean, I can't stop you, but I can't condone this. Also, if you want to not drink paint water anymore by accident, you should get my mug. Warning, this is a coffee mug, not a brush rinse cup, which you can find at Command Merch, or basically tabletop.com/shop. You win and lose games in movement phases, not shooting fighting. Yeah, we know that. They won't know that. Here, you guys use the lucky dice. You're gonna need them. Also, there are still advanced rolls where that's still relevant. Which is in the movement phase, mind you. I think it's all the shading. I think we're good to begin the highlighting, which also... We're beginning the highlighting. Ah, the goo that is Corax White. I think people should be introduced to 40k through the lore and the art, personally. Because then it doesn't matter what happens with the gameplay, they'll want to play because lore and art and memes. Like, I play Bladeguard because of the lore. So I've been able to keep playing them through 2 editions where 90% of that time Bladeguard were trash. This is only my experience through paying them. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So that's another thing. There's a... Add to the list. Channel points reward, lore snippet. You redeem the reward, I have to just start giving a lore snippet and we can go from there. Or maybe like, choose a lore snippet, something like that. So, something about lore snippet, something to make lore happen in chat. This will also force me to read and absorb or reabsorb the lore a lot more.
Water. Water.
Cheers.
Water. Water.
I know I can set up on stream, but I gotta get this guy done today. Also, people haven't really been using the other commands as often as I'd like to actually learn about what I'm doing. They usually use it to troll me. So, like, these buttons can be discontinued, I think. Which is fine. Here's all I know about 40k. They have space dwarves, there's nuns with guns, orcs have superpowers, and I want to play Tyranids because they're
rushing
free.
off to fight, you're gonna need the right equipment. Without the right equipment, Billy, you're just a hollow, mark-ass, trick-ass, little-ass, pussy-ass bitch.
I am gonna have to find a way to keep that sound bit though, because that's just really funny to me. Venom, you know what brush this is. But this brush is a Monument Hobbies size 0 Pro Sable. Or Monument Hobbies Pro Sable size 0. Yeah, that soundbite's hilarious. I gotta keep it, somehow. I'll find a different use for it. I think I need different... I didn't think I need... That's another counter we need. We need another counter for another number of horrific speech mess-ups I make. Like if I just break. Yeah. Actually, I'm not quoting Porky Pig. I'm quoting pork chop sandwiches from G.I. Joe PSAs. Pork chop sandwiches! Guys, get out! Get out! Get that out! Don't care what you're quoting, it's what I heard. Yeah, I don't care what you heard. This is what I'm quoting. Oh, you haven't heard? The streamer's always wrong. It's this really nifty rule. I'm pretty sure the streamer sets the rules, so I'm gonna make the rule that the streamer's always right. It's gonna be the streamer's always right, except when he's not. Hey? 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 Another count. I'm gonna have to see that later. I can only imagine. Hey! Hey! No, I can get higher. Hey! I used to be able to get higher. Hey! Wow, I can't do it anymore. Son of a... I used to be able to do it. Hey! Listen! Hey! Hey! I've been talking too long. I can't do... Hey! Nope. Can't do it anymore. I can still do? Ooh! Oof! Yeah. Yeah. I used to be able to do the Navi. Oof! I can still do that. Maybe it's gonna be like having Navi as a mod. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, do I need a Navi? Maybe? Hey Venom, do I need a Navi? Navi was his version of Jarvis. Yeah. Oh, we should also check to make sure Venom's still alive. Hey Venom, you still alive? But it was N64, so sound bites were short, so the note was text you had to read, and the sound was, "Hey, listen." That should be a command. Command Venom. You still alive? I mean, he probably should have a command, considering that I made Sori in a command. But I also thought that was funny, so, you know. Stuff being funny is a really good motivator for me, if you haven't noticed. Just gotta trigger a soundbite that shouts at him and wake him up. I mean, there's a couple sound alerts right now that'll do that. Go check out the sound alerts. Maybe pop a few. Have some fun. I think you need some fun. Not in commands. You gotta hit the sound alerts button on the player. I need less distractions. Are you sure? Yeah. It's been a long time since someone triggered that one. I just realized I missed a step because there's so little of it. And that is some of the Black Templar in that trench on the inside of the forearm. Also, I'm really thinking I gotta change the sub badge. You are correct. What if it's not even a dice, it's just the dot? What's the best color for the dots for the sub dice? Although the dots won't work past 6 months, so maybe not? No, I'll just make them Gothic numbers. After 6. So dots would not make much sense. No, because you arrange them just like dice. So it's just in the center of the field is just the dot. And then when it's 2, it becomes the 2 dots. You gotta change sub badges every month? No, I don't. No, because you set the... You should know this. You set them for 1, 2, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 24. No, sorry. I meant don't. Oh, yeah, wait. No, I'm confused now. Never mind. Ah! My brain. I don't English today much. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, pretty much. That's what happened to me right before the stream. I think. I don't remember it, but it must have happened. Alright, so what were the activations? we were thinking of? The channel points thing? We got the workout one, and what was the other one? I know we just had one. We were talking about. I just lost it again. That's why I said we have to add stuff to the list. Lore, thank you. Venom. Venom's got my back. That's why he's the mod. Lore button. Thank you. I have an actual list. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, back to highlighting. Okay, that channel points thing I'm probably gonna make between streams, so we'll probably have that for tonight. Soups and out of nowhere, it saves the day. Yeah, exactly. That's what Venom's always done. That's why he's the mod. Actually, originally it wasn't even necessarily that he was. Well, he was doing my commands for me, so that was very helpful. But it was also just the fact he was here like every day for like weeks, and I was like, you know what? You hit my commands anyway. I'll make you a mod. And he's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, huh? It's done. He's like, son of a. And I've been holding him hostage ever since. Also, very unfortunate to know you're still alive. Oh, you didn't reply when we tried to summon you, so I assumed the best.
A few moments later.
Love you too. Yeah, a few moments later, Venom sweeps in. I got the list! That's actually more or less a reference to a super old Rooster Teeth podcast that Venom might actually know. Back in the drunk tank days. It's super obscure. But it's always stuck in my head. He's got that list for you, yeah. Venom, do you remember from the drunk tank days a story? It actually ended up being one of the first animated podcast animated stuff. The RT Animated Adventures. It was something about a bunch of rednecks at a river. And this woman coming running up to the dudes in the like the donuts flowing down the river, and she's going, I got the beer! This is legitimately like a 13-year-old reference to one story in one podcast of an already kinda sorta obscure company. Well, maybe not super obscure in gaming, but, you know. I do remember. You remember that story? Gotta go, Mike? Yeah, no. Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out, man. It has been awesome. So, yeah, Venom, for future reference, every time I go like, I've got the whatever, I'm actually referencing that. Because I was just stuck in my head for like 13 years, for some reason. And now there's one other person on the entire planet that I have ever interacted with in 13 years that actually knows what I'm even talking about when I make that when I make that joke. That is a funny feeling. Alright, we are almost there. We got edge highlights for the white, and then then doing the transfer, and then the arm is done, which we're now at 10 minutes from when I normally end the stream. I started a half hour early, but I am going to continue until this arm is done, and we can put on the dude. We'll get to the point where the arm and the backpack are on, and it's just the head remaining, and then tonight we'll do the head and the OSL, and then maybe work a bit on the chaplain on a bike, which for reference is this guy. I'm very annoyed that the guy gave it to me assembled, because it's so detailed, but fine, we'll do it their way. Because we do actually have some stuff we need to do before priming. Specifically some green stuff, which ironically Mike just left. He was talking about green stuff, but in case you can still hear me, we're going to be doing green stuff tonight in a few hours, so probably on your lunch break, try to jump in. Because what happened was, I don't know if this happened if it was like this when he gave it to me. This broke off. I glued it back on, kept breaking off, so I actually pinned it. I drilled in the inside of both sides of the haft and stuck a little piece of metal, a little stick of metal in there, and glued it together. So now it's actually very, very secure, because that's what pinning does. But it makes that weird crease. So what I'm planning on doing is making a little green stuff, like leather tie wrap thing on it, with a little flowing banner flowing behind him. Or probably just down, actually, because he's at rest, so not behind him. So it's going to flop down a little bit. And I'll cover that while going with the rest of the aesthetic of, White Scars. That's the plan tonight. And then we'll prime... actually, we should let that cure before I prime him. So we'll figure out from there what we're doing. I'm not completely certain. Anyway. So that's the plan. So let's get some White Scar here. White Scar, which will be our edge highlight. Nice, I'm gonna start my own champion bike. So I'm gonna take some pointers. You're going to find it very interesting next week, Venom, when I do this, because I'm not going to be painting him like anything else I've painted black before. Because he's mostly black. I'm going to be painting him in the volume style, which is going to knock up his cool factor. Yeah, went off of sense. I did definitely notice, but I decided not to comment. Because I'm nice like that. Yes, it's gonna take a long time, but man, if I pull it off, it's gonna look good. Also, his head. Can I talk about his head for a minute? I'm gonna talk about his head for a minute. This is a very nice head. Unfortunately, it is already attached. Now I have to paint that and make it look real good inside all that crap around him. And just the whole rest of this. You know how nice this would have been to paint in pieces? Look at all the detailed garbage on this thing. I love it, but good lord, I have to paint all this stuff attached. Because he assembled this with plastic glue. I can't pull this apart. I'd have to cut it up. That's not going to work. It's going to leave some terrible seams. So it's going to take extra long, because I was going to go whole, ham on this guy. Like, not just volume on the black, the metal is going to be all non-metallic metal too, which means I got to do, yeah, it's going to be garbo. Yeah. I also got to figure out some of the color scheming for like the shoulders and stuff, because like Chaplin is supposed to be black, but like the icon, he put the molded icon on here, So maybe that's going to be white, which means I have to manually paint that white, so that's going to be a real pain. But yeah, no, that's going to be over black, no less. Over black prime. It hurts. It hurts. Detailed nozzle and needle airbrush time. Well, that's probably going to be a good part of it. At least like the priming base coating is going to be a lot of that, but also like I have some ideas that might make the blending of the volume easier using an airbrush and black ink. I'm not sure. I might use it, might not. But yeah. Sup, Fizza. Or Fizzle. Fizzy. Fizzy drinks. How goes? Welcome to the overtime show. Basically. As I intend on finishing this arm before I end, so we have a good number of minutes remaining. Fizzla's here? I guess you just let anyone here. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed that, Zombie, but anyone can come in here. It's me, the Fizzmeister. So a Fizz Christmas? Is that what that looks like? I'm Mr. Fizz Christmas. I'm Mr. Pop. Something like that? I know, right? The door's left open, so I help myself. Yeah. I really should probably close that door more often, huh? Christmas in a Coke can. Yeah, right. I mean, we're kind of already there. Santa wears red because of Coca-Cola advertising. I left the door open because it kind of smells in here. Thanks. Probably was a good call. He wears red because of the magic shrooms in Viking land. He was called Cinder Claus. This is not Dark Souls 3 headcanon. What are you talking about? Cinder Claus. There it is. Now I know I'm near the end of the stream. But hey, it took me 3.5 hours before yawning. Normally it takes 3.5 minutes. I must be doing better. Too bad it's only the first stream out of 2. Now Rudolph is an American thing created by a country western star. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, hey, it's still better than turning Christmas into a Christian thing. Because that was not how that worked. Christmas is very much a pagan holiday. Good job, Catholic Church. Just a little bit of cultural, what is it called? The church absconsed all the pagan... No, they absorbed them. They absorbed them and renamed them. Like Christmas is the pagan holiday for the winter solstice and the rebirth of the world. Absconce. Absconce is a good word. Ah. I usually think of absconsed as in absconsed with. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Fair enough. I mean, it was the clever route. If you can't beat him, join him. Pretty sure it's like to take with oneself or something along those lines. Yeah, that sounds about right. I need more White Scar. I don't need a lot more White Scar, but I need some more White Scar. You don't know, Zombie? I thought we determined this. You have to be a galaxy brain to be in this chat. Get out. For oneself, I can't type. I'm too distracted. How are you too distracted to type? I am the distraction. I'm supposed to be the thing you can do correctly because you're not doing the other thing that you should be doing. Cuz you? Cuz me? Man, you do need some weed. Or just a deep breath. Your side screen. I hate accident. I took a huge absconce in the port. Yeah. Yep. Been there, done that. Those were not good days. Easter was spring of fertility, hence the Easter egg. Yeah. It's Ostara. That's the actual name of the holiday. In fact, I'm gonna give some hot takes right here. Christmas is so a pagan holiday, and Christians stole it so much that the story of Christ is a pagan tradition they stole. Straight up. The crucifix is the cross in the middle of the zodiac. The Son of God is the Sun. And the Sun is crucified on that cross, or dies on its lowest day on December 21st, and then goes into the underworld for 3 days, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and then on the 25th, rises again, goes up a few degrees, and begins the lengthening of the days. Christ was born in February, roughly. I thought he was born in, like, June. I'd have to look it up again, because someone did the star chart, like, reversal stuff to figure out what the actual date would be based on the wise men following the North Star and everything. Alright, I think that's all the white highlights. Alright, let's get the transfer on. Let's get the transfer on and wrap this up, because I gotta pee again, and it doesn't seem to make sense to take a toilet break when I could be ending in less than 10 minutes. He was born close to Easter and died closer to Christmas. Yeah, that in general is about right. The star chart showed February based off the way North Star showed in the sky. Oh, I thought it was... Yeah, I thought it was in, like, June or something. Either way, I was raised Christian. I am no longer Christian. I am somewhere between an atheist and an anti-theist, depending on my mood. How aggro do I want to be? Oh, I just nearly dumped my micro set. That would have been bad. That's how I track the timing. I'm just a believer. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in a thing called love? Screw the organized crap. Oh yeah, that's definitely the worst of it. Definitely does not give it a good name. This is actually one of my cleaner arms. Maybe not so much around that there, but the way itself is... I'm getting better. Just in time for me to finish. Hey dude, just not for me. Nah, don't be like that. You could find something. Something. Oh, now it's about to start. Okay. Well, fortunately all the people in chat are subs, as you should be. So, I believe Zombie can fly. You know what? I think so too. We should probably test it just to be sure, though. I have 2 full-grown knuckleheads. That's because I can. Let's see. I need transfers. I need to switch to crafting cam. I don't need this brush. I need an X-Acto knife, though. And tweezers. Tweezers. Just the relationship was lopsided, so I fired her 23 years ago. I can feel that. Where did I pull out last time? There. It's been just over 18 months that I've been single. Gaster2 Soul, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Wow, English. Yeah, you'll get used to that eventually. I can't talk. I'm not. Whatever. Always heard the quirks ways of pain are used when painting white scars. It is. It's bad. Fortunately, it's only my broad highlight, not my main color. I do actually have, if someone can ping a command tutorials in the chat, I do have a white tutorial that goes step by step through my entire white system, which is mostly heavy metal. I've made a couple minor modifications that will get you this, but it does involve Korax white, and it is definitely in pain. I hate that goo, because mine is goo basically. I've learned how to tame it, but it's usually by using a whole lot of airbrush flow improver. Probably the biggest thing that annoys me, I always have to get another brush to pull it out of the pot because I don't want to mess up my sables. But how are you doing? Do you play white scars? Is that why you're painting them? Else, why are you painting white scars? Why would you do that? Where have I heard this like melody before? That right there. Where have I heard that before? What is that in? Is that in a gaming score? Ugh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Weird. Anyway. Sound very Square Enix? Kinda. I'm doing rather new, and I didn't say I was really painting anything. No, I just assumed based off of you being interested in painting white scars. I'm kind of just getting into Warhammer, and I'm mostly into it for the lore. Yes! See what was I saying, guys? You gotta introduce people to Warhammer through the lore. The lore is the way to go. I haven't really approached the hobby into the hobby portion. Good thing you're here. Was wondering on what would be the best faction to paint for beginners. Okay. If you're... Wow, I wish I got that in cam. That was funky. I had the transfer in the water, and I was holding apparently just cardboard by tweezers, so it flowed off, and then I scooped it back up like perfectly. But it like flowed in a weird way. I don't know. You had to see it. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay. So. What's my arm doing? It's floating. Okay. Alright. So, I've mentioned this a few times. I think if you're planning on collecting and playing army size, like you want to build an army to play, right? You're not just collecting stuff just to paint, like, you know, here's a model there, here's a model there. Choose a faction that you like the lore of. And if you can help it, also like the look of as well. Because if you're building an army, like an actual collection, you're going to end up with a lot of them. You're going to end up painting a lot of them. You're going to end up playing a lot of the time when they are underpowered and the meta is against you. That being said, if you're in it just to paint stuff, like just as you're interested in painting it, yeah, the lore keeps your interest peaked during the long work of painting and in the consistent defeats of when you're underpowered and learning the game, or just sorely underpowered, period. If you're doing just getting stuff to paint because you like painting, then I would say the best beginner one would be Space Marines. Because you can get ones that are very simple, that have a decent bit of detail going on, but you can totally get away with not painting a crap load of it. So a lot of it's just like panels, for the most part. If I grab do you have an intercessor? It's not super... Okay, well, I mean, I've added a bunch of stuff to mine. Okay, so like all this crap I added. But like the majority of it is just, you know, panels. There's a little bit of detail here and there you can try stuff out on. But it's overall fairly simple compared to some of the other factions where you got all kinds of stuff all over them. And then within the same faction that you're getting familiar with, you can get models that are way more detailed. Like the next model I'm painting, which is a Primaris Chaplain on a bike, which has a whole lot of just little detailed crap all over him, which is going to be quite fun to paint, but it's going to take a long time and use a lot of different techniques, and, you know, yeah. I believe my favorite faction are both Traitor, one being Nedlords and the other being Thousand Suns. I also don't really mind the Blood Angels. Okay. So, I would say... Alright, let me ask this, and this, you might not be able to answer this, and that's okay, but I'm going to ask anyway. Are you easily intimidated by trying new techniques? And do you like, what do you call it? Like customizing your stuff, like really in-depth customizing and making stuff look like your own, and really upping the ante on the cool factor through your own effort. I mean, I'm just learning Blackboard at college, so I'm always up for trying new things. Okay. I'm kind of leaning towards saying Night Lords, because I think that they have the most room to expand as a hobbyist, in the sense that you can easily pick up through, you know, after you get a little used to painting and stuff, you can use green stuff, putty, to make really cool additions to Night Lord stuff, like fairly easily. Green stuff, for example, here's a piece of one of mine that I've been working on. I play Raven Guard. This is for a commission, by the way. I play Raven Guard. So here's an infiltrator that I've put some leather like wraps and like a bandolier of like feathers, and this is gonna hold a skull on it. There's a third-party helmet, third-party little knee pad thing of the Raven Guard symbol. This is stuff you can do with green stuff. I also have other stuff that has things like skins on them. That's very Night Lordsy. Night Lords are what I want to be my first Chaos faction. That helmet, though. You mean the bad helmet? I kind of like the bad helmets, honestly. What's green stuff, by the way? I heard people say a lot about, but I never understood what it actually was. Okay. Green stuff. This is green stuff. It is blue putty and yellow putty, or blue stuff and yellow stuff that you mix together. And when it's mixed, this is some hardened stuff. It turns green, and then you mold it into shape, and then let it sit and cure. I usually let mine sit for about 24 hours, or at least 12 hours. And then, yeah, so you carve into shape, and then let it cure, and then it becomes hard. Like, this is old green stuff that was excess, and I can't like do next to anything to this. I can't. It's hard as a rock. So that allows you to make all kinds of wacky stuff completely on your own, like whatever you want. Sky's the limit as you learn the skill to do it. And add stuff on. For example, these rocks right here on the base. This is the guy I'm painting currently. These rocks on the base, these are green stuff. And if I get... let's get my tank. Let's get my current Venator. So, this, like, bit of, like, skin hide thing here, over here, these, feather clumps here and up here, and these skins, it's all green stuff. And you can see, tapping on it, it's not moving. It's hard now. Also, I used as filler to make, you know, a bunch of the inside of this, you know, be actual material, actual stuff. So green stuff is like putty plastic then. Yeah, kind of, sort of. It's more a putty. It's not really plastic, but becomes as hard as plastic when it's done curing. Yes. I should note that. So I'm wrapping up this stream, but I do 2 streams a day. I will be doing another stream in around 2.5 hours.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Nice. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. In about 2.5 hours ish, I will be streaming again. And what I'll be doing is I will be painting this guy's head. Let me zoom back in here. Painting this guy's head, and then there's the important part. I'll be beginning this by making a leather wrap thing, a leather tie wrap thing, whatever, on here with green stuff to hide the seam where it actually broke, and I had to repair it. So you'll actually, if you come back, in, you know, that will probably actually be happening around 4.5, 5 hours from now. You can actually see some green stuff being done. Alrighty, well, I'll be coming back for sure more questions as I get more into the hobby portion of Warhammer 4K. Yes, absolutely. Like my chat rules say, no fear, question everything. I am here to answer questions. I am here because I want to help you guys become better hobbyists and painters. Also, because I'm going to be stuck here painting anyway because I am a commissioned artist. Here's a recently finished piece, for example. Why is the sky blue? Because I painted it blue. This is a great stream at question. Questions in for a newbie. Speaking as newbie, yes, Venom's a question. Question everything exact opposite of the Inquisition watch. Right. Fortunately, I am not the Inquisition. Nor do I care for much of the Inquisition. Well, okay. I don't care much for the meme Inquisition. The actual Inquisition's not as terrible. Read the Eisenhorn books. My favorite 40k books, the Eisenhorn series. It's so good. It's so good. But it follows an Inquisitor. So I'm getting some Microsoul. And this is to help with this transfer. Microsoul is an acid. So what it will do is it won't mess up your brushes, by the way. At least not that I'm aware. And what it will do, it was actually melt down this transfer, so it will curve correctly around this. And it will also help seal it in. So that's going to take a minute to dry. Which unfortunately, I did not think of something to do productive while it's drying. Oh, I guess I could do the green coat on the sword. Do I want to do it wash style like before? Should I just airbrush it? I'm gonna airbrush it, I think, when I set up to do the OSL. You know, in that case, I'm not gonna attach the arm in the backpack this stream. I think in that case, actually, I can actually wrap up here, because I was gonna keep going until I connected the arm. Because we are now at just under 4 hours. I normally stream for 3 hours. Oh, hey, Sai. How you doing? Just finished a ton of errands I wasn't expecting to have to do. Grandma told me we need to get up early to fill our water gallons, and then we left like 5 hours ago, and it wasn't just water. That's how it always goes. It's going amazing. We're having a great stream. I'm about to wrap up. I'm thinking about who we're going to raid. So we got a bunch of people in here, so we should go share some love. And then I'll be back in, 2.5 hours-ish. Ish. It would normally be around 8 Eastern, but I've been doing this new, like, flex schedule thing, so it's kind of just whenever I'm ready to do and feel capable of doing it. Alright, who's on the raid? Because now that's just drying, that's all that's really left, so we may as well raid out of here. We got Balefire Forge on, he's alright. Does anyone else have any suggestions? Literally go to the bank, go to the post office, go fill out a prescription, which took 30 minutes, usually does. Bulk grocery store, and stop at the government center, which took another 30 minutes. Jeez. Yeah. So yeah, we're probably gonna raid Balefire, unless someone's got a, such a guy here too late, if you're doing a later date stream. I am streaming later, as I usually do. Because come hell or high water, this guy, and with that, all the Bladeguard, they are getting done. They are done today. It's gonna be done. As long as someone doesn't cut my right arm off, they will be done today. Gotta pick pizza for the fam. Raid never brings me anywhere. I'll catch y'all tonight. So, have a good one, Venom. Hopefully see you later. Yeah, we'll just hit Balefire. We'll go see what he's paying. I think he's paying some chaos. Gonna prep that. I gotta go get the pre-roll ads done. Of course, I did my clicking out of order, so now I have to go the long way around to him. So yeah, this was a great stream. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We had a super chatty stream, even for this last week, which we've been on fire. Holy crap, you guys have been incredible. Oh yeah, he's playing some Sons of Horus Heresy stuff. Sweet. Yeah, let's go hang out. And I will catch, hopefully at least some of you in a couple hours. Have a good one, guys. Did it work? Kinda.
Reinforcements incoming.
And there we have Raid of Raidness. I'm gonna check